You don't understand the bitterness of being popular author. Schwelling introduction, it's over, feel free to enter the pit. Anti-entertainment text, sand carving text, anti-theft ratio 80%. Yao Bianliang was a full-level actor in his previous life. Once he entered the entertainment circle, he became a control group for the original heroine. The system said, as long as the host works hard to become cool and become an 18th line star that no one cares about, he can get a bonus of 100 billion. Yao Bianliang sat up in shock while dying. Is there such a good thing? If you become cool in the entertainment circle, isn't that just giving away sub-questions? In order to cool off, Yao Bianliang found a youth school drama without love elements. I acted in this script that has no market. Who would have thought that a short play that only talks about learning and not about love can resonate with millions of viewers? The audience had tears in their eyes. Thank you Yao Bianliang for interpreting the youth that belongs to ordinary people. In order to cool off, she co-acted with a traffic star with terrible acting skills. To be honest, I really appreciate your potential. Who would have thought that under her influence, the acting skills of traffic stars would improve by leaps and bounds? At the awards ceremony, the young actress was full of gratitude. At the lowest point of my life, she gave me a new life. She is my idol in this life. In order to cool off, Yao Bianliang did not hesitate to hide in the deep mountains to film movies, eating chaffy vegetables every day. It doesn't matter if there is no marketing, I just want to make a garbage movie that no one cares about. Unexpectedly, when the major investors heard the news, they came to invest more. A small production was abruptly turned into an international blockbuster. The movie became popular, and the investors were full of admiration. We already know that investing in Mr. Yao's movie can't be wrong. Yao Bianliang. I can't thank you enough. Later, Yao Bianliang became a legendary actor well known both at home and abroad. Facing the reporter's interview, she was extremely distressed. To be honest, I really don't have a bright eye. I don't care for fame and fortune. I love my job and work hard. From the very beginning, I never thought about becoming red. Reporters and viewers and fans, you don't have to be so humble, we all understand. Yao Bianliang heard the words and shed tears of emotion. No need to explain. The heroine doubts life every day. What should I do if I want to become cool but become more and more popular? I am waiting online, I am in a hurry. Food Guide 1. Anti-entertainment articles. The heroine refuses hype, criticizes, and discourages fans from ranking. In short, she rejects all bad habits in the entertainment industry, and is finally forced to become popular. 2. All the supporting roles are brain supplemented, self-strategy, and all unreasonable actions of the heroine will be interpreted reasonably and profoundly. Dog. 3. No prototype, easy sand sculpture, exaggerated plot, and lack of logic. The background board of the male protagonist has almost no emotional lines, so please be careful if you mind content tags. Entertainment circle system where book search keywords, protagonist, Yao Bianliang supporting role, Mo Yukyun others, 1 sentence introduction, I really don't want to be famous conception, actors self-cultivation VIP strongly recommends. Yao Bianliang was a full-level actor in her previous life, and she became an 18th tier cannon fodder female supporting role in One Day. However, her system task is not to become popular, but to become the coolest star. In order to cool off, she rejected the unspoken rules of the entertainment industry and carried out a series of reverse operations. But by mistake, not only did she fail to become cool, but was misunderstood by the public as being dedicated to her job and not seeking fame and fortune, becoming a clear stream in the entertainment industry. Under her influence, the entertainment industry has gradually entered a new era. The plot of this article is Shuang, and the supporting actors are full of brains and divas, full of dramatic conflicts and unexpected reversals. All the protagonists do is to cool off, but they are misunderstood and praised by the public. In a sense, those operations that can make stars popular do not mean that they are correct and reasonable, and those qualities that can make stars cool may be exactly what the public needs. It also expresses some irony and reflection on the status quo of today's entertainment industry, and it is worth reading. The dormitory for the contestants of the variety show Good Drama PK competition is very spacious, and the light blue windows are lifted by the breeze. Text: the dormitory for the contestants of the variety show Good Drama PK competition is very spacious. The light blue curtains were lifted by the breeze, and the faint sunlight fell on the windowsill, making the whole room look warm and bright. Sister Liang, wake up! The audition will start in 3 hours, so hurry up and put on some makeup. An urgent voice came from his ear, and Yao Bianliang woke up from his sleep. His head was in a mess. Audition? What audition? When she opened her eyes, she saw a beautiful round face. Seeing that she woke up, the round-faced girl in front of her breathed a sigh of relief. This is an audition invitation from Director Zhang of the No. 2 group. Such a rare opportunity, we must not miss it. After the round-faced girl finished speaking, she turned around and packed up quickly, leaving Yao Bianliang's side in a hurry. Yao Bianliang rubbed his sleepy eyes, his thoughts slowly returned. Team No. 2, Director Zhang, Variety Show Auditions. These words sounded very familiar. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for successfully crossing over to the life of the entertainment circle. Your identity is the younger sister of the heroine of the novel, commonly known as the cannon fodder female supporting role. As a small and transparent person on the 18th line, you signed up for the variety show Good Drama PK competition like the heroine, hoping to become popular overnight through this variety show. Right now, the variety show has just started and is in the process of auditioning and grouping. An acting variety show. Yao Bianliang listened to the familiar mechanical sound of the system, thoughtful. Since binding the fast travel system, she has been traveling in various small worlds. So far, this is the 5th small world she has traveled through. She was an actress in her previous life, and now she has become an 18th line little transparent female supporting role. So, do you have to guess what's next? Naturally, people block and kill people, Buddhas block and kill Buddhas, become popular in the entertainment industry, and finally reach the pinnacle of life. Such a task is not easy, but Yao Bianliang is confident that he can successfully complete it. Ding! The system loading is complete. The cool system in the entertainment industry will continue to serve you. Yao Bianliang was stuck for a second. You just said, what is your name? I am the cool system, the host. Yao Bianliang. The name of the system this time seems unlucky. Host task, fighting to the death all the way, working hard to become cool, and finally becoming a street star who no one cares about. Remark: in the process of completing the task, the host must not violate the law and morality, and has to be dedicated. Click here to expand the details. If the main task of the host fails, the bonus will not be obtained. In addition, the system will generate new main tasks for the host until the task is completed. Yao Bianliang : Yao Bianliang blinked his eyes and waited for 2 seconds before he fully understood the meaning of the system. She turned over like a salted fish, and sat up straight. System, are you serious? The system task this time is to cool down. Before binding the fast travel system, Yao Bianliang had been in the entertainment circle for decades, so he naturally knew a lot of inside information. Therefore, she clearly knows that it is extremely difficult to become popular, but if she wants to become popular, isn't it easy? This seems to be a question for giving points. Drip. The current host tasks are as follows. In the variety show Good Drama PK competition, I joined a group and participated in the filming, but was eliminated in the primary selection stage, and the success was cool task bonus, participation award, 200,000, you can get it if you participate, completion bonus, 100 billion, obtainable after successfully completing the task. Yao Bianliang pondered briefly. That is to say, if she succeeds in being promoted in variety shows, she needs to continue to work hard in the entertainment industry, living a life of working as a worker from dawn to dusk, working acting, until a task is completed. And as long as she successfully cools down, she can leave the circle and enjoy a good life with a bonus of 100 billion. Thinking of this, Yao Bianliang's eyes lighted up slightly, full of hope and longing for the future. This task is not easy. It can be said that there is no difficulty. As long as she randomly finds a garbage team and joins it, won't she be eliminated smoothly? Hey, Sister Liang, why are you still in a daze? A roommate noticed what was going on here, poked his head, and shook his hand in front of her eyes. Only then did Yao Bianliang's thoughts slowly return to reality. The three roommates in front of me had already put on their makeup, dressed neatly, and were ready to go. But she didn't make any preparations, she was still sitting on the bed with the chicken coop on her head, looking very messy. Forget it, you guys go, Yao Bianliang paused, and finally said, I won't be going, I wish you a smooth audition. Just kidding, since her mission is to be cool, why bother to audition? Team number 2, that's the team where the heroine of the novel is, and it sounds very reliable. If she is accidentally selected by the director, and then becomes popular through this drama, wouldn't it be game over? Therefore, group number 2 was the first target she excluded. But hearing Yao Bianliang's words, several roommates were taken aback. Not participating? Sister Liang, are you serious? The one who spoke was a round-faced girl named Yu Yuking. Among several roommates, she has the closest relationship with Yuan Zhen. At this time, Yu Yuking's eyes slowly widened, and his face was full of shock. That's the audition for the number 2 team. Director Zhang leads the team, and the leading role is top-notch. Such a good opportunity, why didn't you participate? Although they are small and transparent with 18 lines, the probability of being selected is not very high. But there is always a contingency in everything. If you don't try your luck, how can you be reconciled? Moreover, even if Director Zhang is not attracted to him, he can still recognize some other people. It might be possible to get online with the directors of other groups, so that they can form a team with other people smoothly. My aunt, even if there are many difficulties, we can't play badly like this, Yu Yuking persuaded earnestly, you should always use snacks. Yuking is right. There are only 5 days for the team formation of the variety show. If you don't form a team, the good teams will be picked up by other contestants. The roommate next to him also persuaded, at that time, the single contestants will either go play a supporting role, or you can only go to a very poorly equipped 3-no team. Of course Yao Bianliang knew this rule well. According to the plot of the original novel, the original body was not selected by the number 2 group, and in the end he could only join a 3-nun group and become a supporting role in it. But fortunately, the original body has a very beautiful face. In the end, with his super good looks, the original body successfully passed the variety show primary selection. Therefore, for the current Yao Bianliang, participating in the audition and running for the starring role is undoubtedly a decision to kill himself, and if it's a bad show, it's still a huge risk to wait for a random supporting role to be drawn at the end. If you want to complete the system tasks, it is best to carefully select the team and get the kind of ordinary-looking and unpleasant characters. Another roommate pouted and couldn't help laughing. Actually, if you really can't find a team, then go to Group 10. The director of that group has yet to find a contestant who is willing to play the heroine. Yao Bianliang was puzzled. Group 10. In the original novel, the name of this group does not seem to be mentioned. Yu Yuking was a little anxious. What, are you kidding? The number 10 team is definitely not good. His plot and setting are sinkholes. The roommate next to him nodded immediately. That's right, I've never seen such an unreliable team. I really suspect that their team is just trying to get cool. The roommate who proposed earlier coughed dryly. I was just talking casually, and I didn't ask Liang to sign up. Yao Bianliang is interested. She was looking for an unreliable and bad team, but unexpectedly, this would automatically come to her door. If this 10th group is really so unreliable, wouldn't it be good for her great cause of becoming cool? What's the situation in the number 10 group? Why is there no player willing to go? Yao Bianliang asked humbly. The corner of Yu Yuking's mouth twitched, and he began to complain. Cheng Liahui, the director of the number 10 group, planned to make a youth school drama called To Our Youth. As a result, the protagonist didn't fall in love the whole time, but only studied. Idiots know that there is no market for youth school dramas that don't fall in love, and this director just doesn't believe in evil, and wants to prove the truth with his own body. There are only 2 shots of the male protagonist in the whole process, and the name doesn't appear until the end. Can you believe it? Yao Bianliang. Yao Bianliang was really shocked. Director Cheng Liahui seems to have a lot of ideas. Yu Yuking, I've read that script. The heroine is studying and studying. The script is ridiculously monotonous. It was hard to make it to the end. The heroine was admitted to the ideal university. I thought she could finally reach the pinnacle of her life. Yao Bianliang subconsciously asked, isn't it? Of course not. Yu Yuking was speechless. In the end, the heroine turned out to be an ordinary office worker who was scolded every day and was burdened with a mortgage. It's so deceitful. If this drama is filmed, it will not be scolded to death by the audience. Yu Yuking spoke heartbroken, but Yao Bianliang's eyes became brighter and brighter. This director Cheng Liahui is really too talented to come up with such a wonderful setting. In terms of sweetness, there is no male protagonist in the whole show, and the audience can't eat sugar at all. In terms of coolness, the heroine studied hard, but in the end she just became an ordinary white-collar worker, which didn't make the audience feel happy at all. It's strange that the audience likes to watch this kind of plot. No matter from which angle you look at it, this is a treasure script. Yao Bianliang recalled the plot of the novel again. In this plot, the youth campus sweet pet drama starring Yao Xingxin became popular. As for the drama To Our Youth, there should be no splashes. In the original text of the novel, Yao Bianliang couldn't even find the name of the play. It can be said to be a complete rush. Yu Yuking continued to complain, actually, this is not the most excessive. The most outrageous thing is that director Cheng Liahui even wanted the heroine to wear black-rimmed glasses and paint freckles on her face, and act ugly the whole time. This is a variety show, and we all rely on our faces for food. If you play ugly in the show, what is the difference from destroying your future? Yao Bianliang was secretly happy. This show can even disguise itself as ugly. What kind of fairy team is this? If it wasn't for the wrong timing, Yao Bianliang would have wanted to introduce this director Cheng Liahui as a confidant. This is probably the legendary love director in a dream. After Yu Yuking finished speaking, he sighed, it's no wonder that everyone is unwilling to play the heroine. Whoever plays this show will be cool, and it will hit the street 100%. Yao Bianliang could no longer suppress the smile at the corner of his mouth, so, the script is actually pretty good. Yu Yuking, isn't it? This kind of script is simply, wait, Sister Liang, what did you just say? Yu Yuking turned her head and looked over, her round face was full of bewilderment and disbelief. This kind of script actually sounds good? Of course, Yao Bianliang nodded earnestly, I think this kind of plot setting is very interesting. Although it doesn't fit the mainstream market, it is very innovative. Yu Yuking. It's over, her best friend's brain seems to be broken by the door. Yao Bianliang lay on the bedside, looking at the roommate who recommended number 10 group to him earlier. By the way, sister, can you give me the contact information of director Cheng Liahui? Ah. The man paused for a moment before nodding in a daze. Oh, yes, of course. She also didn't expect that Yao Bianliang was really moved by what she just mentioned casually. Then what, you don't want to think about it anymore? The roommate was also a little guilty. I'll send you the content of the script, you can read it carefully before making a decision. In fact, even if Yao Bianliang didn't want to audition for the number 2 group, he still had other choices. There is no need to break the can and go to a garbage team like the number 10 team. In case Yao Bianliang finished the script and got too bad, wouldn't she become the villain who made her cool? Yao Bianliang showed a smile. Okay, thank you. Good sister, interesting enough. After she cools off successfully, she will never forget your recommendation today. Looking down at the link shared by her roommate, Yao Bianliang took back the phone with great satisfaction. Looking at this scene, Yu Yuking was in a bad mood, as if it was about to crack in the next second. Sister Liang, why don't you follow us to the audition for group number 2? Yu Yuking moved her lips, as if she wanted to persuade her. However, another roommate grabbed her sleeve and shook her head slightly. Yao Bianliang can also be regarded as their competitor. If she does not participate, their competition pressure will be less. No one wants to have an extra competitor for nothing. Seeing the time passing by, in the end, Yu Yuking could only sigh. That's fine, let's go first. Sister Liang, don't make impulsive decisions. I'll talk to you in detail later. After she finished speaking, she waved her hand and walked out of the dormitory with the other 2 roommates. Watching several people leave one by one, Yao Bianliang let out a breath slowly. She finally had a chance to gather her thoughts now. Turning over and getting out of bed, after a brief wash, she went to the computer desk and sat down. The official website interface of Good Drama PK Game Variety Show is clean and tidy, and the most eye-catching place in the middle is a huge poster. A man and a woman are wearing school uniforms, cuddling together intimately. The picture is romantic and full of vitality. Number 2 Group Campus Drama Youth is Sweet with You is in preparation. Let's have a wonderful first love of youth since the male protagonist is top-notch. Group number 2 is currently the most popular. There are tens of thousands of rewards and millions of likes, and the comment area is full of calls and support from fans. Yao Bianliang narrowed his eyes, thoughtfully. This heroine looks familiar. The system said, of course it will look familiar. This is Yao Xingxin, the host's sister with the same father and mother. Yao Bianliang, oh yes, this is the original heroine. The heroine Yao Xingxin grew up in an orphanage. At the age of 18, she was recognized as a wealthy family. Since then, she has entered the entertainment circle, counterattacked all the way, and finally reached the pinnacle of her life and became the goddess of the whole people. And her younger sister, Yao Bianliang, was carefully raised by wealthy parents since she was a child, but she couldn't do anything, and she also suffered from anxiety and depression. Now that the plot is halfway through, Yao Bianliang was kicked out of the house by his parents and lived on the streets. If nothing else, during the filming of variety shows, Yao Xingxin will continue to suppress her, making her completely cool and withdraw from the circle. No wonder this heroine looks kind-hearted, she is a good person. Yao Bianliang's eyes brightened slightly. Isn't it a good person to help her become cool and withdraw from the circle? System. The host seems to have misunderstood the term good guy. On the poster, Yao Xingxin was glamorous and raised her chin proudly. The corners of Yao Bianliang's lips curled up, silently giving him a thumbs up. Then, she skipped over the next few groups in turn, and finally found a poster in the corner. Compared with other beautifully crafted promotional pictures, this poster is undoubtedly very shabby, with black letters on a white background, plain and ordinary, and it belongs to the kind that can't be found even if it is thrown into the waste paper pile. Group 10, directed by Cheng Liaohui, to our youth. In addition, there is a line of extremely small text in the lower right corner: members to be determined. With a happy mood, Yao Bianliang briefly checked the situation of number 10 group. The director, Cheng Liaohui, is an anonymous and transparent director, and several other actors are also in the state of being found. The documents sent by her roommate were very detailed. In addition to the outline of the short play, they also sent the text of the play and related introductions. The full text of To Our Youth is only 8,000 words, and it will be finished after a few pages. Although the length is very short, Yao Bianliang almost fell asleep after reading the whole story. So boring. She had never read such a boring script. In other plays, the male and female protagonists are ignorant of their secret love and mutual affection. In this play, the heroine is immersed in the problem. In other dramas, the hero and heroine start to be ambiguous, and the lines make people blush and heartbeat. In this play, the heroine is still working the problem. In other plays, the male and female protagonists have already begun to interact intimately, and the audience is addicted to candy. And in this play, the heroine is still working on the problem. From the beginning to the end, the heroine's daily routine is to attend classes, do homework, and memorize knowledge points. One paper was made and another, and the title was wrong again and again. There are dozens of students, none of whom are in love, and only know how to study hard every day. It's so boring that it explodes. How could there be audiences who would like to watch this plot? This director Cheng Liaohui is indeed a genius. Yao Bianliang couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Just imagine, when the audience sees To Our Youth, they will subconsciously think that this is a youth romance drama. As a result, I clicked in and took a look, and found that there was no male lead in this show at all. This alone can dissuade 80% of the audience. The rest of the audience didn't leave. They saw the heroine studying hard and thought it was an inspirational youth drama. They just watched the heroine doing questions every day, making mistakes, brushing test papers, and constantly taking exams. After struggling to support, I finally made it to the finale. Everyone expects the heroine to reach the pinnacle of her life. In the end, the heroine is still an ordinary person. Although she can find a good job with this degree, she is still a social animal. She was forced to work overtime, deal with various interpersonal relationships, and occasionally be criticized by the leader. She is no different from thousands of ordinary migrant workers. After such an operation, the audience still have to be aggrieved to death? Moreover, at the end of the script, the director also made notes on the script. This drama aims to capture the youth of ordinary people, so the heroine's appearance needs to be ordinary. In layman's terms, it is to pretend to be ugly. Yao Bianliang was determined in his heart, and the corners of his lips rose slightly. It's stable this time. Without further hesitation, she directly sent a friend request to Cheng Liaohui. This rare talent, she is sure to make friends. In the practice hall, Cheng Liaohui sat on the chair, his handsome face with sharp edges and corners showed a bit of fatigue. The sun slanted in from the window and fell on him, leaving a shadow. Still no one wants to come. His slender fingers gently picked up the script on the table, and a wry smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. There are only 2 days left until the filming of the Good Drama PK competition variety show starts. The team formation session was coming to an end, and other teams had already selected members, but he hadn't even found a heroine. At present, apart from him in the number 10 group, there is only one friend who comes to support him, and an unknown newcomer Xiao Zhengtai. Such a lineup can be described as extremely shabby. The friend stood beside him, frowning slightly. What about Yao Xingxin, is she willing to join? Cheng Liaohui lowered his eyes and said sadly, I just said a few words, and she interrupted me directly, and brought tea to see off the guests. What's more, she has already joined the number 2 team, and her future is bright. I'm afraid she won't like a small script like mine. Friends are not surprised when they hear this. He was just a little helpless. I said a long time ago that no idol is willing to destroy his image. What's more, this is a talent show. People rely on their faces to make a living. If you let the heroine dress up like that, isn't it a waste of people's jobs? Cheng Liaohui's thin lips were tightly pursed. He didn't speak, but his expression became more and more lonely. There is almost no market for youth dramas that do not fall in love, so why do you have to make trouble with yourself? My friend persuaded earnestly, stop being a dead end, and change the theme. I believe that with your ability, you can change it to a sweet youth drama. It will definitely work. Cheng Liaohui lowered his eyes, his eyelashes trembling slightly, unable to hide his inner struggle. Really, is there no other way? He just wants to make a youth drama that belongs to ordinary people, is it so difficult? I don't understand, Cheng Liaohui said, youth dramas can only shoot love stories? Those late nights of hard work on the questions, those piles of teaching materials accumulated, aren't they considered youth? Cheng Liaohui really couldn't figure it out. He raised his eyes and looked at his friend seriously. Now, whenever we talk about youth dramas, we subconsciously think of first love and love. But I believe that most people have never experienced sending love letters, sending flowers, or confessing in the rain. My youth is all ordinary and ordinary. He just wanted to show his youth, so what's wrong with that? The friend's lips moved, and finally shook his head helplessly. Lu Hui, your idea is very good. But there is no similar successful case so far. We cannot deny that this script has the possibility of becoming popular, but no one is willing to gamble. For dramas of the same quality, sweet love dramas have a 60% chance of becoming popular, while your drama has only a 1% chance of becoming popular. If it were you, would you like to participate in the latter? Cheng Liaohui was speechless. He knew that although the other party's words were not pleasant, they were true. Innovation is risky. What's more, even Cheng Liaohui himself is not sure whether this drama will be loved by the public. Forget it, he finally said after a long time, if there are still no players willing to come, I'll modify the script. It was very difficult to say this, and Cheng Liaohui couldn't hide the struggle in his eyes. However, in the face of today's reality, he had to make a compromise. Ding dong, at this moment, the phone screen lit up, and a friend request popped up. Director Cheng Liaohui, hello, I am Yao Bianliang, a contestant in Good Drama PK competition. I'm very interested in the drama To Our Youth, can we talk about it? Hey! My friend's eyes lit up. Lu Hui, another player is looking for you to chat. Cheng Liaohui naturally also saw the news. Compared to his friend's surprise, he just gave a wry smile. Before this, it was not that no player had talked to him. But when they learned that he wouldn't change the script and that the heroine had to be plain, no one wanted to come. Let me talk to her. Cheng Liaohui didn't dare to have too much hope. He's almost resigned now. In his opinion, the female contestant would probably not agree after asking about the situation. Cheng Liaohui, hi, I'm Cheng Liaohui. Yao Bianliang, hello Director Cheng, Yuking recommended your group to me. Can we meet and talk in detail? Cheng Liaohui, I'm sorry, Ms. Yao, you may not know something. Regarding the drama To Our Youth, I don't plan to overhaul the script, nor will I add emotional lines. Yao Bianliang? Yao Bianliang, when did I say I would revise the script? Cheng Liaohui was stunned. I don't need to change the script. I think the plot of studying every day and not falling in love is very good. Yao Bianliang is very serious, the hero is invisible all the time, there is no emotional line, and the heroine wears ugly makeup. These settings are perfect. In short, I am really interested in this script. Can Director Cheng consider me? Cheng Liaohui. A script that only talks about studying every day, looks good to her? The hero is invisible all the time, this setting is actually perfect? Even, she was looking forward to the ugly makeup thing? Is this serious? Cheng Liaohui closed his eyes, then opened them again. Well, he was right. The actress not only affirmed his script, but also enthusiastically expressed her willingness to participate in it. The friend on the other side was also dumbfounded, and murmured, is there really a fool who is willing to come? Oh no, this is not a fool, this is a bodhisattva who sacrifices himself to save others. Speaking of this, the friend said with a sincere expression, Cheng Liaohui, I seriously suggest that you get a memorial tablet and confess her. Cheng Liaohui. Cheng Liaohui pinched his thigh and hissed lightly in pain. It's not a dream, he is finally lucky. He stood up abruptly, slowed down for half a second, and then started typing excitedly. Of course. Miss Yao, I can meet and chat with you anytime. The two decided to meet at a coffee shop. Stepping on the melodious light music playing in the room, Yao Bianliang and Cheng Liaohui chose a seat by the window and sat down. They are all newcomers on the 18th line, and they are not well known, so there is no need to avoid the crowd. The waiter brought 2 cups of coffee. Cheng Liaohui took a sip from the cup and smiled helplessly. To tell you the truth, I really didn't expect that there would be players willing to act in my script. Before you sent me a message, I was ready to modify the script. Yao Bianliang frowned slightly. What? Change the script? What a joke, such an excellent script can be modified so much. Director Cheng, what you said is wrong, Yao Bianliang said with a serious face. Your script is very good. I only read it once, and I couldn't help being attracted. Such an excellent script, how can I change it as soon as I say it? Cheng Liaohui was undoubtedly rubbing the cup with his fingers, and seemed a little nervous. You really think this script is good? Yao Bianliang nodded, of course. This script was tailor-made for her path of becoming cool. She believes that, not to mention the variety show Good Drama PK competition, even in the entire entertainment industry, it is difficult to find a second such excellent work. Hearing this, Cheng Liaohui's eyes lit up slowly, and the corners of his lips slightly raised. He looks good when he smiles, like a person who has been walking alone and finally finds a soulmate, with light in his eyes. I have shown this script to many people, but they all think that such a subject matter is not suitable for filming. Cheng Liaohui said, you are the first one to express approval to me. Yao Bianliang felt more stable. Look, so many people have read the script and expressed dislike for it. Her vision was indeed right. Yao Bianliang said, Director Cheng, don't underestimate yourself. I like your script very much. Whether it's the setting of the plot or the setting of the heroine wearing ugly makeup, it's all very good. Although the original body is not good at thinking, but it has to be said that this face is very beautiful. Yao Bianliang didn't want to attract a group of fans because of his good looks. Cheng Liaohui was slightly stunned, and said awkwardly, it's not as exaggerated as putting on ugly makeup, but you need to wear glasses and dress more ordinary. It's okay, I'm fine, Yao Bianliang waved his hands, even if you want me to play an ugly girl, I have no problem. Cheng Liaohui raised his eyes in surprise, as if he wanted to find out the joke in Yao Bianliang's eyes. But when he met Yao Bianliang's clear eyes, he could only see his seriousness. Yao Bianliang said sincerely, Director Cheng, to tell you the truth, I appreciate your talent and learning. These days, there are really not many directors like you who can stick to their heart, stick to their dreams, and don't blindly cater to the market. Since we are lucky enough to meet each other, I am willing to help you realize your dream. I will act seriously and interpret this short play that no one is optimistic about. Cheng Liaohui held the cup tightly with his fingers, and his heartbeat slowly accelerated. So, are you really willing to cooperate the whole process? Yao Bianliang nodded solemnly, of course. When Cheng Liaohui met Yao Bianliang's eyes, his heart was touched uncontrollably. She is really different from everyone else. Like him, she has her own persistence and her own dreams, instead of simply following the crowd and catering to the market unconditionally in order to become popular. Can't she see that this drama is likely to hit the street? No, she must have seen it. But even so, she was still willing to give him a try. Thank you, Cheng Liaohui said with sincere eyes, Miss Yao, I know that I am a soft-spoken person now, and I have nothing to thank you. But if I have a chance in the future, I will definitely not forget your helping hand today. Come on, Yao Bianliang patted his shoulder, those things are still far away, Director Cheng, let's discuss the details of filming first. The day after tomorrow, the variety show live broadcast will officially start, and they have to be prepared. As for Cheng Liaohui's promise, Yao Bianliang didn't take it seriously at all. In her opinion, after the filming of this drama is finished and released, this big brother with a dream will be like her, cool off together. As for whether he will have the opportunity to thank her in the future and give her resources. No kidding, there's no way this is going to happen. 2 days later, Good Drama PK competition finally started broadcasting as scheduled. The determination of the members of each group has aroused a new wave of discussions among netizens. My Xingxin went to director Yuan's group. Xingxin is really beautiful, acting in a youth school drama must be popular. Thanks to director Yuan for his recognition of my Xingxin in the dressing room, Yao Xingxin opened the live broadcast room and saw a barrage of barrages. The corners of her lips could not help but rise slightly, evoking a beautiful arc. Sister Xin, our drama Youth is Sweet with You has reached the second place on the top list. The assistant held the phone, his eyes gleaming with joy. So fast. Yao Xingxin was a little surprised. However, after thinking about it, the male protagonist who plays with her is a popular little fresh meat after all. It is not surprising that there are so many votes. She straightened her hair and asked casually, by the way, do you know which group Yao Bianliang went to? The assistant thought for a while. I remember, Yao Bianliang tried to squeeze into the allocated group, but was unsuccessful. It seems that just 2 days ago, she finally negotiated with director Cheng Liaohui and went to the 10th group. Group 10. Yao Xingxin wasn't sure, that youth school drama with no emotional lines. That's right, the assistant nodded. Not only that, Yao Bianliang, as the heroine, needs to wear ugly makeup. Yao Xingxin. Hearing this, Yao Xingxin almost couldn't laugh out loud. Since the requirements of the number 10 group were too weird, she had of course heard of one or two. Moreover, not long ago, director Cheng Liaohui sent out an invitation on his own initiative. Of course, she didn't pay attention to each other at all. She really didn't expect that Yao Bianliang chose this group that no one wanted to join after picking and choosing. Sister Xin, tell me, did Yao Bianliang break the pot? The assistant asked. Yao Xingxin couldn't help but sneered slightly, and shook her head with a smile. Who knows what she thinks? Fortunately, she was worried that Yao Bianliang would cause her troubles in variety shows. Now it seems that she is completely worrying too much. Going to the number 10 group and cooperating with an 18th line director with no traffic, what kind of waves can this cause? It's a pity to let such a good face go unused. She clicked her tongue twice. Although unwilling to admit it, Yao Xingxin knew in her heart that Yao Bianliang's face was indeed pretty. If she chooses to play the role of a vase, maybe she can really attract a group of fans and pass the primary selection. But now, she voluntarily gave up her only advantage. Yao Xingxin didn't think that Yao Bianliang could make a comeback with other things. But Miss Xin, there is one more thing that deserves our attention, the assistant said. Your popularity is getting higher and higher, and someone has noticed your relationship with Yao Bianliang. Yao Xingxin frowned slightly. What's going on? You and Yao Bianliang both have the surname Yao. Some netizens picked up a photo of you once together, so everyone guesses that you are related. The assistant also heard some rumors about the Yao family. Yao Xingxin was lost since she was a child, grew up in an orphanage, and was taken back by Yao's family when she was a teenager. Although she never received a good education since she was a child, Yao Xingxin is very good. After returning to Yao's house, she was immediately favored by her parents, but at the same time, she also attracted Yao Bianliang's hostility. Driven by jealousy, Yao Bianliang started to make trouble. She used lies to frame Yao Xingxin more than once, and openly made things difficult for him time and time again, which aroused the disgust of everyone in the Yao family. Finally, at a dance party, Yao Bianliang accidentally pushed Yao Xingxin into a cold pool during an argument with Yao Xingxin. The whole night, Yao Xingxin had a high fever, and Yao Bianliang became the target of public criticism. According to the doctor, Yao Bianliang's mental state is already a little unstable, and he is prone to stress reactions when he is stimulated. But Yao's father and Yao's mother did not believe this statement. Seeing Yao Xingxin lying in a coma on the bed, they felt very distressed, and they only had strong disgust for Yao Bianliang. This incident became the fuse, and Yao Bianliang was kicked out of Yao's house by his parents. After being kicked out, Yao Bianliang still didn't stop there. When she heard that Yao Xingxin signed up for the variety show Good Drama PK competition, she also signed up decisively. Sometimes the assistant felt that Yao Bianliang was really persistent, as if he was determined to fight Yao Xingxin to the end. Yao Xingxin frowned slightly. What kind of trouble is she going to do? To be honest, she has always hated this sister. I was lost since I was a child and lived in an orphanage for more than 10 years. On the other hand, Yao Bianliang lived a good life and enjoyed the love of his parents since he was a child. She was brought back. Isn't it normal for her parents to give her a little more pampering? Shouldn't Yao Bianliang give way to her more? As a result, instead of giving way to her, Yao Bianliang complained that she had taken away her parents' attention and made trouble again and again. Later, she even became a little nervous, and her behavior intensified. Yao's father and Yao's mother couldn't bear her appearance either, and immediately kicked her out of the house after the ball incident. Yao Xingxin is naturally happy to see the results. Now, she only hoped that Yao Bianliang would stay away, and Angzan would be a transparent person, and it would be best not to appear in her sight again. The assistant said, then Yao Bianliang is really unscrupulous for the sake of popularity. I don't see her recognize you as a sister on weekdays, but when it comes to this kind of time, I still don't forget to take a wave of your popularity. Yao Xingxin's complexion was a little ugly. Yao Bianliang's role into our youth needs to be ugly all the way, and the reputation will definitely not be good at that time. And she, if she wants to play with the popular traffic Mu Dozai, her future is limitless. If at this time, Yao Bianliang pulls her into marketing, it will only have disadvantages for her, and there will be no benefits. I see. Yao Xingxin's eyes narrowed slightly. I will find a way to deal with this matter. No matter what, she must never let Yao Bianliang gain even the slightest bit of popularity from her. The gap between Yao Bianliang and Yao Xingxin is indeed very wide. Compared with Yao Xingxin's lively discussion, Group 10 seemed extremely deserted. The number of people in the live broadcast room was pitifully small, and occasionally a few comments floated by, and they were only negative opinions. By the way, there are so few people in Group 10, there are only 3 actors. I also want to talk about this problem. The configuration of this group is so shabby to our youth. Is group number 10 also filming youth dramas? The introduction of this show is so boring, it doesn't feel interesting. When Yao Bianliang opened the live broadcast room, he saw such comments. This satisfied her immensely. Great, this is what I want. With a good mood, Yao Bianliang simply checked the popularity list. Number 1 on the top list, Xiao Xiao Maple Leaf Falling, a costume martial arts drama, has an expectation of 4.9 stars. The reason why this drama topped the list is not because of how wonderful the drama is, but because the male lead is a popular male singer He Yanning. He Yanning has 30 million fans, any random fans can help him get on the list. The second place on the top list is Youth is Sweet with You by Yao Xingxin. Just by hearing the name, you can tell that this is a campus sweet pet drama. The male protagonist, Mu Dozai, is a popular little fresh meat, and is the second top player in Good Drama PK competition. The reason why this drama can be on TOP2 is all due to Mu Dozai's fans. Yao Xingxin just followed suit. TOP1 fights with TOP2 gods, and the number of votes is chasing after each other. It's so lively. After that, the middle groups also competed fiercely. Whether it was the contestants or the director, they all posted on Weibo and started canvassing for votes. On the other hand, in the last 2 or 3 groups, the director is not well known, the actors are pure rookies, and the number of votes is pitifully small. Especially their 10th group, which can be described as the worst of all groups, was left far behind. Even though Cheng Liaohui and the three actors all posted Weibo promotions, they only raised their arms and got very few responses. "Sister Liang, it's time for you to put on your makeup." The young wife, Chen Xiaohu, stood at the door, beckoning to Yaobian Liang, and brought her back to her thoughts. Only then did Yaobian Liang take back the phone. "Okay, here we come." She is looking forward to today's makeup look. Except for the freckles that need to be painted, the rest of the places are directly exposed without makeup, so that the appearance value is minimized. In terms of hairstyle, combing an old-fashioned younger sister's hair is dull and boring at first glance. As for clothing, as long as you wear that ugly school uniform, no matter how beautiful your face is, it will be useless. Finally, wear round black-rimmed glasses to interpret the image of a nerd. Simply perfect. When Yaobian Liang walked out of the fitting room, several people present were shocked. "Hiss, violent waste." The middle-aged actress Zhang Ji muttered to herself. Little Zhengtai actor Chen Xiaohu also covered his eyes, feeling a little distressed. "This is too ordinary. What a beautiful face, how did it become like this?" Chen Xiaohu felt that even if Yaobian Liang appeared in the photo without makeup, he would look better than this one. There were also sporadic barrages floating in the live broadcast room. "Well, this heroine is a bit ugly. Is that okay to say?" "Actually, it's not ugly, it can only be regarded as ordinary looking at most. My god, this good looks actually acted in a youth idol drama? Who gave you the courage? Am I the only one who thinks that the freckles on the heroine's face are cute?" Withdrawn, this group is here to make a joke. I strongly recommend everyone to watch Yao Xingxin's Youth is Sweet with You handsome men and beautiful women, performing a kissing scene on the first day of the live broadcast, really super exciting. For a while, the barrage was full of complaints about Yao Bian Liang's appearance. Yao Bian Liang looked at the reactions of several teammates, and knew that this makeup effect was good. Her mood eased down. In the plot of the original novel, the original body spent a lot of effort to squeeze into a good team, played a vase role in it, and finally passed the primary selection with good looks. But now, her makeup has completely concealed her true appearance, which can be said to have blocked the only way to pass the primary election. Next, she just needs to mislead everyone to regard this ugly makeup as her real face value. Avoid those face powder. Isn't it easy to get cool? However, no matter in her previous life or in this life, she has never done this before. This is her first time doing small tricks, so I'm afraid she still has to get used to it. Sister Liang, don't be too sad. At worst, post your photos without makeup on the internet, and the rumors will be self-defeating. Teammate Xiaohu comforted. Yao Bian Liang came back to his senses, and quickly showed a comforting smile. No need to post photos. Isn't it just a few words from the audience? I'm fine. She is really happy, so this smile is very sincere. And at this moment, a system notification sounded in her mind. Drip, please note that the host deliberately leads the audience to misunderstand his appearance, which is malicious deception. If the host violates the rules, the task will be automatically judged as failure. The smile on Yao Bian Liang's face froze. What's the meaning? Can't she let the audience misunderstand her appearance? Host, have you forgotten? The system reminded, when you choose a task, there is a note that stipulates that the host must not violate the law and basic morals, and must be dedicated. The curvature of Yao Bian Liang's lips gradually disappeared. For some reason, she had a bad premonition in her heart. Xiao Yu stood beside him, watching helplessly as the sincere smile on Yao Bian Liang's face gradually disappeared, and finally turned into a sad and painful expression. Still say you're fine? Look, how sad this is. Sure enough, Yao Bian Liang was forcing a smile just now. By the way, host, I have a detailed host rule here, you can take a look. The system's voice fell, and immediately after, a transparent light panel appeared in front of Yao Bian Liang's eyes. Host Rules 1. The host must not break the law, such as tax evasion, beating others without reason, disturbing public order, etc. Click to expand 250 detailed rules. 2. The host must not violate the basic moral principles, such as falsification, deceiving netizens, malicious marketing, etc. Click to expand the 745 rules. 3. The host has to be dedicated, such as vacating too many schedules, playing big names, deliberately lowering the level of acting skills, etc. Click to expand 1314 rules. Click to expand the remaining 66 items. 71. The host shall not inform or imply the existence of other systems in any form. There are many clauses, densely packed, dazzled Yao Bian Liang's eyes. But to sum it up, just one sentence put an end to all crooked ways: you can only honestly become cool. The system explained, host, if you mislead the audience and let everyone regard this ugly makeup as your real appearance, this is obviously malicious marketing and violates basic morality. Yao Bian Liang. Yao Bian Liang's lips trembled, and he was speechless for a while. She was wrong, she was too naive. The cooling task seems simple, but if various restrictions are added, the difficulty will be several times higher than she imagined. This dog system really doesn't give any bonus points. The system was very wronged. Host, didn't you come here for the previous missions? We are law-abiding citizens. Yao Bian Liang did not think of completing the task in an illegal way. However, according to the requirements of the system, she can't do anything even slightly unethical, and she must remain dedicated at all times. This setting is a bit too much. It is obviously not easy for a law-abiding, dedicated, and outstanding actor to become cool. Taking a deep breath, Yao Bian Liang silently warned himself not to panic. Maybe things are not as bad as imagined. To Our Youth is a boring script she chose out of thousands of choices, and it is impossible to become popular. As long as the drama is not popular, it doesn't matter how good-looking she is. What's more, although malicious marketing is not allowed, she can choose not to show her face in public or post selfies. In this way, it is unlikely that she will gain fans by virtue of her appearance. A little goofy guy, acting in a little goofy drama, shouldn't become popular, right? Beside him, several teammates looked at Yao Bian Liang's pale face, as if he had been hit hard, and couldn't help feeling very complicated. Yao Bian Liang sacrificed so much to perform this drama well. So, shall we take a makeup photo now? The photographer scratched his head and asked in a low voice. Only then did Yao Bian Liang come back to his senses reluctantly, and finally made himself less emotionally exposed than before. Shoot, of course. She said. Come to think of it, maybe things weren't that bad. Isn't it just that you can't engage in crooked ways, but you can only be honest and cool? In the entertainment circle, there are many actors with strength, acting skills, and good looks, but how many people are really popular? After all, it is a matter of probability. For a little transparency like her who has no backstage and no background, even if she desperately wants to become popular, it is even more difficult. Not to mention, Yao Bian Liang thought of Yao's mother and Yao Xingxin who drove her out of the house. In the original novel, Yao Xingxin once suppressed her. With this setting, no matter how good she is, it's impossible for her to get ahead, right? In the next few days, Yao Bian Liang's life became extremely regular. During the day, discuss scripts, filming and recording with group members. At night, she went back to her dormitory room to rest and sleep. On the sixth day, the work related to the short play was finally over, and Yao Bian Liang finally received a call from Yao Xingxin. It's finally here. Seeing Yao Xingxin's name displayed on the phone screen, Yao Bian Liang heaved a sigh of relief. According to the plot of the novel, the original body has always been entangled with Yao Xingxin, so when Yao Xingxin signed up for the competition, the original body also decisively participated. Yao's parents were worried that the paranoid original body would hurt Yao Xingxin, and Yao Xingxin didn't want to let the original body rub off on her enthusiasm, so they planned to force her to withdraw from the competition. The popularity of the original body was already very low, and under the deliberate suppression of the Yao family, the situation naturally became more difficult. In the end, he was completely cool and quit the entertainment industry. Sure enough, the plot is no different from the original text. The corners of Yao Bianliang's lips rose slightly. In fact, it stands to reason that with more than 10 years of family ties, the Yao family would not be able to kill Yuan. However, on the one hand, after Yao Xingxin was brought back to Yao's house, Yuan Bo went crazy to death and did many things against her sister. These actions include but are not limited to pushing Yao Xingxin into the pool, cutting Yao Xingxin's skirt, fabricating lies to frame Yao Xingxin and other bad behaviors, which completely made her parents hate her. On the other hand, the Yao family's parents are inherently profit-oriented. Yuan Cheng was held to strict standards by his parents since he was a child, and if he didn't pay attention, he would be punished by his mother, so he couldn't breathe at all. Now, the Yao family has such an excellent daughter as Yao Xingxin, but Yuan Shen has become neurotic and makes trouble for them everywhere. Anyone will dislike her. Of course, in addition to these factors, there is another more important reason after all. This is a brainless sweet pet article. Yao Bianliang, as the heroine's control group, is destined not to be loved by her parents. If her life is not miserable enough, if the Yao family is not heartless enough for her, how can it highlight the pampering of the heroine Yao Xingxin? Therefore, Yao Bianliang did not doubt the Yao family's determination to force her out of the circle. "Hello, Yao Bianliang." As soon as the call was answered, Yao Xingxin's lively and pleasant voice came from the other end of the phone. "I discussed it with my parents. I hope you will voluntarily withdraw from the variety show Good Drama PK competition after the primary election." Listening to these words, Yao Bianliang secretly thought in his heart that it was so. For Yuan Shen, the Yao family's suppression was undoubtedly the last straw that broke the camel's back. But for her today, this move can be called helping the poor and helping the crisis, and sending charcoal in a timely manner. Yao Bianliang cleared his throat, raised his eyebrows slightly. "Oh, why? Why do you pretend you don't know?" Yao Xingxin was a little annoyed. "Someone broke the news that you are my sister. After that, there will only be more and more rumors about us. In order to avoid bad influence on me, so, you'd better quit voluntarily." Yao Xingxin's tone was not polite. Thinking that in the past 10 years, Yao Bianliang could live in a wealthy family and enjoy the love of her parents, while she could only struggle to survive in the orphanage, Yao Xingxin couldn't develop any good feelings for Yao Bianliang. In addition, since returning to Yao's house, Yao Bianliang's attitude towards her was extremely hostile, so Yao Xingxin naturally hated this sister even more. Now, Yao Bianliang was finally forced to cut off contact with the Yao family, and of course she didn't want to have anything to do with him. Want to take advantage of her sisterhood to gain her popularity? Dream. Yao Bianliang was silent for a while, with a surprised tone. "Just because it affects you, so I will take the initiative to quit the variety show? Does your family live by the sea, and you are so lenient?" Yao Xingxin. Listening to Yao Bianliang's leisurely voice, Yao Xingxin felt his heart burning. She knew that Yao Bianliang was always keen to fight her, like a brown candy that couldn't be shaken off. It was like that when she was in Yao's family. No matter what role she wanted to play, Yao Bianliang always wanted to it. Later, she signed up to participate in the Good Drama PK competition, and Yao Bianliang also participated in this variety show without saying anything. So the meaning of Yao Bianliang's words is obvious to Yao Xingxin. The other party is going to take advantage of her popularity. Gritting her teeth, Yao Xingxin was about to say something more when she heard Yao Bian's cool voice continue to sound. "If you don't like me, you can suppress me and force me to retire." Yao Xingxin. Yao Xingxin got stuck, and her thoughts went blank for a moment. Before calling Yao Bianliang, she thought about countless possibilities. But Dudu never thought that the other party would react like this. Offer to ask her to suppress? What is Yao Bianliang thinking in his mind? In fact, Yao Bianliang's idea is very simple. According to system requirements, she cannot voluntarily withdraw from the competition. However, if someone suppressed her and forced her to withdraw from the competition, then the system has nothing to do with it. Therefore, Yao Bianliang not only had to guide Yao Xingxin to suppress him, but also irritated and offended the other party, so that he could get the maximum degree of suppression. Yao Bianliang, don't you really think that I dare not force you to retire? Yao Xingxin said with a bit of gritted teeth, as long as I do something casually, I can make your personal votes rank last among all the contestants. Yao Xingxin is not short of money, nor is she short of related resources. It was too easy for her to lower the heat of a player. Yao Bianliang sat up straight when he heard the words, and the curvature of the corners of his lips became more and more obvious. So, you are ready to suppress me? As soon as she thought that Yao Xingxin was about to get serious, her tone was full of anticipation. Yao Xingxin was silent for a moment, a little unbelievable. Yao Bianliang, I'm not joking with you. If you insist on going your own way, don't talk about it, I will definitely go my own way, Yao Bianliang said calmly, don't hesitate, suppress me as soon as possible. Look, what a caring family this is. Taking the initiative to suppress her and help her be eliminated from the competition, this is too awesome. Yao Bian said with gratitude, by the way, please tell your parents, thank them for their willingness to help you suppress me. Please don't consider family affection, the harder the attack, the better. Yao Xingxin on the phone? Yao Xingxin seemed to be a little skeptical about life. There was silence on the other end of the phone, and there was no sound for a long time. After a few breaths, she tried to suppress the anger in her heart. Yao Bianliang, as far as I know, you joined Cheng Liaohui's number 10 team, right? The short play to our youth is destined to have no market. If you want to challenge me with this, then I advise you to give up as soon as possible. Yao Bianliang didn't understand, so he said, of course I know. The drama to our youth has no market at all, and it stands to reason that it is impossible to become popular. But not afraid of 10,000, just in case. If everything develops according to the original plot, then of course everyone will be happy. But Yao Bianliang couldn't guarantee whether his arrival would cause a butterfly effect. If the Yao family suppressed him, it would be double insurance. Thinking of this, Yao Bian said earnestly, although we all know that there is no market for this drama, there is no absolute. What if I get lucky by accident and pass the primary election with this drama? Yao Xingxin. So, you can't underestimate the enemy because of the poor team I joined, Yao Bianliang said seriously, when it's time to suppress, you should suppress it. Yao Xingxin was about to collapse, and said a little bit, what do you mean by that? Yao Bianliang, of course it's literally. Yao Xingxin. Literally, do you think I believe it? Dare to say that, Yao Bianliang clearly thinks that he has a sure chance of winning. Therefore, even if they threatened to suppress her, she did not hesitate at all, and even provoked them repeatedly. I really don't know where she got the courage. Yao Xingxin laughed back angrily, okay, since that's the case, I have nothing to persuade you. Yao Bianliang, I can tell you that your elimination in the primary election is inevitable. I hope you don't regret your provocation today. When Yao Bianliang heard this, he took it seriously. Although the heroine was portrayed as a stupid beauty with a low IQ, the words she spoke were surprisingly pleasing to the ears. I also think that I will definitely be eliminated in the primary election, Yao Bianliang said sincerely, then I will borrow your good words. Yao Xingxin. Is there something wrong with Yao Bianliang? Having reached this point, Yao Xingxin finally couldn't bear it anymore and was about to hang up the call. Yao Bianliang's voice continued to ring at this moment, by the way, if you encounter any difficulties during the suppression process, you can also tell me, and I will try my best to cooperate with you. She was indeed a little worried. After all, according to the setting of the novel, Yao Xingxin's IQ is not high. In case of any unexpected situation that cannot be dealt with, it is easy to be self-defeating. I hope Yao Xingxin can understand her painstaking efforts and discuss with her more about everything. Yao Xingxin. This is Chi Kuo's provocation, right? Yes, no, yes. Yao Xingxin cut off the call fiercely. You felt that it was not enough to relieve her anger, so she directly threw the phone aside, her temples twitched. Too arrogant, this Yao Bianliang is really too arrogant. Did she really think she couldn't do anything about her? Okay, since Yao Bianliang asked for it, don't blame her for being merciless. On the other hand, Yao Bianliang only felt extremely relaxed. I didn't expect that my sister is not only kind and caring, but also so powerful. She said with emotion. Let her suppress herself, and she really decides to suppress herself, and she doesn't need to waste her words. She really deserves to be her good sister who cooperates with her mission plan so well. System. The host's understanding of the term good sister seems to be a little bit off. By the way, the system, To Our Youth has been filmed today. Can I get the participation award? The system paused for a moment, and the mechanical announcement sounded slowly. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for completing the task. Participating in a short play. The participation award of 200,000 yuan has arrived. Please pay attention to the host to check it's really arrived. Listening to the system's prompt tone, Yao Bianliang immediately opened the mobile banking and checked the balance. When she saw the 6-figure deposit, she let out a long sigh of relief and fell on the bed happily. Finally, the mission is half done. With a bonus of 200,000 yuan, she can just use it to improve her life. At least, you don't have to worry about living on the streets. When To Our Youth airs, if she is successfully eliminated, she will get another 100 billion bonus. Judging from the current situation, Group 10 is far from qualifying. Everything went very well. Yao Bianliang was in a good mood, ordered a luxurious takeaway for himself for the first time, which was a celebration of staged victory. While eating takeaway, she opened Weibo. Sure enough, the popularity of good drama PK competition is slowly rising, and new entries come into view one by one. Number Pkal group works will be released soon. Number He Yanning vs Mu Dozai, which work do you look forward to more? Number Super Sweet First Love Yao Xingxin trailer. Number Yao Bianliang flipped through the relevant comments, and for every comment that praised Yao Xingxin and belittled herself, she used her trumpet to like it. Thank you for your blessings and support. At 7 o'clock in the evening, the works of each group of good drama PK competition were finally officially released, and the voting channel opened. 2 hours after the channel was opened, Yao Bianliang refreshed the data in the background every once in a while. When she saw that her votes had been stable at the end, her impetuous heart finally settled down. The development of the matter was almost the same as she expected, it was perfect. She knew that a boring short drama that didn't talk about love and only talked about learning would not attract many viewers at all. In the play To Our Youth, other actors have actively worked hard to promote it, but she has never been in business, and even played ugly in the play. Coupled with Yao Xingxin's suppression, the number of votes was at the bottom, which is nothing more than normal. Now, even the supporting role in the number 10 group has a lot more votes than her, the heroine. In the group chat of the number 10 group, everyone is also discussing this matter. Our current number of votes is not very high, ranking second to last, Xiao Yu lamented in the group. I don't know if it will increase in the future. We didn't publicize our short play in the early stage, so it's normal for the number of votes to be less. Sister, he comforted. Xiao Yu responded and sent a crying cat emoji. Judging from the current number of votes, the number 10 group is likely to be at the bottom. The elimination mechanism adopted by variety shows is based on the number of votes. According to the current situation, the number 10 group probably needs to eliminate one member. Although everyone is unwilling to see this scene, it is almost a foreseeable fact. So, it's time to finalize the elimination quota. Yao Bianliang thoughtfully. She couldn't be completely relieved until the final candidate was determined. After thinking about it, Yao Bianliang sent a new message in the group. Judging from the current situation, our team may have to eliminate one player. Why don't we just eliminate her? However, before Yao Bianliang typed out the second half of his sentence, Sister Zhang answered. Sister Zhang, it's still too early to say this. If we really reach that point, it won't be too late to vote in the group. Yao Bianliang was slightly taken aback. Group voting? Cheng Liahui, well, this kind of talent show with an elimination system usually uses votes within the group to determine the candidates to be eliminated. After Cheng Liahui finished speaking, the atmosphere in the group became quiet. At this moment, even the best relationship within the team will have suspicions and cracks. No one wants to be eliminated, and everyone hopes to continue on this stage. Before this, everyone deliberately avoided this topic. But now, when they talked about this issue, their suppressed minds were released. For a while, the group fell silent, and no one spoke. Yao Bianliang was also silent. What a joke! If they were allowed to vote within the group, then the possibility of her being eliminated would be very slim. In this drama, she has the best acting skills, sacrifices the most, contributes the most, and gets along very well with the three teammates. Although they didn't get along for a long time, according to her understanding of several teammates, the possibility of eliminating her is pitifully small. Thinking of this, Yao Bianliang immediately said, "No, I don't think our group needs to vote within the group." Cheng Liahui was taken aback for a moment. This. Friends, I am the heroine of this drama, and I take up 70% of the whole drama. If this drama hits the street, it must be my responsibility. What's more, my personal votes are at the bottom of our group, which shows that my performance is the worst. Yao Bianliang said firmly, so, let me be eliminated. No one will compete with me, thank you. That night, Yao Bianliang was in an extremely happy mood. Seeing that her own votes were far behind, she couldn't help but feel happy. But Yu Yuking, who was in the video call with her, frowned, refreshed the data from time to time, and then sighed. Sister Liang, why are you suddenly overwhelmed and offered to be eliminated? Yu Yuking frowned. Our 50 players are in a competitive relationship. This is not the time for you to sacrifice yourself for others and show your teammates. What is the picture of being eliminated on your own initiative and letting others advance? How much effort and money have you spent to participate in this variety show, is it all in vain? Yu Yuking said, racking his brains, trying to think of a way for Yao Bianliang. Or, you should tell the team members that you were out of your mind and talking nonsense just now. No matter what, we can't really give up struggling and just accept our fate and be eliminated. She babbled for a while, but did not get a response from Yao Bianliang, so she couldn't help but look up. Sister Liang, why don't you speak? Yao Bianliang was in a good mood tonight. Although she tried her best to suppress it, the corners of her mouth still raised slightly uncontrollably. At this time, Yu Yuking suddenly looked over, and Yao Bianliang had to forcefully suppress the curvature of the corner of his mouth, turning his smile into a wry one. Ah, nothing, I'm just a little sad. She paused, and then added, Yuking, you really don't have to worry about me. I have my own plan for asking to be eliminated from the competition. Seeing Yao Bianliang with a stiff expression, Yu Yuking felt even more uncomfortable. Sister Liang, don't force yourself to smile. Look, how sad you are, and you still say you're fine. Yao Bianliang. You may not believe it, but she didn't mean to force a smile at all. Yu Yuking thought for a while and said, why don't I post a Weibo for you to promote it? Although I am a little transparent myself, it's better than nothing. Yao Bianliang was startled, no need. Don't promote it for me. She just wants to calm down now, she can't just add variables. Yao Bian Liang, Yuking, you have just gained some popularity. At this time, solid fans are the most important. How can you just waste your popularity for me? Yuking, but you really don't have to worry about me. Yao Bian Liang said sincerely, now, because of my appearance, I am the least popular among all the players. Besides, Yao Xingxin did not mean to let me go, the Yao family will definitely suppress me. Even if you post on Weibo to promote it, it's useless. What Yao Bian Liang said was sincere and well-founded. After hearing what she said, Yu Yuking had to give up the idea of helping her promote. Before the two hung up the video call, Yu Yuking made a serious promise, Sister Liang, don't worry. When I become popular in the future, I will take you to fly with me. Yao Bian Liang. No, this is unnecessary. In the original novel, there are not many descriptions about Yu Yuking. But Yao Bian Liang remembered that Yu Yuking failed to catch fire in the end and stopped in the rematch. Moreover, since Yu Yuking is the best friend of the cannon fodder female supporting role, the author sets her as extremely unlucky. In the subsequent episodes, Yu Yuking's scenes were filmed one after another, and finally became colder and colder. Opening Weibo, Yao Bian Liang looked at the voting situation again. With the passage of time, the number of votes of the number 10 group has changed from the second to the last, and it is at the bottom. Yu Yuking's number 8 team is currently ranked 6th. And Youth is Sweet with You starring Yao Xingxin and Mu Dozai is currently ranking 2nd. Moreover, the number of votes for this show is rising crazily, and it is almost catching up with TOP1. Ah, Xingxin's acting skills are amazing, I'm blown away. Yao Xingxin is improving so fast, this acting skill can at least get 5 stars, right? The handsome Mu Tao has arrived, Youth is Sweet with You must be 5 stars. The comments under Yao Xingxin's short play are constantly increasing, and every time it is refreshed, you can see new praise. Not only that, Yao Xingxin's fans are also increasing crazily, even breaking through 1 million. This is a very rare achievement for a newcomer who has just joined the variety show. Yao Bian Liang was secretly speechless. As expected of the heroine of a novel, she was about to explode as soon as she debuted. After looking at each item, Yao Bian Liang also noticed that there was almost no topic about her. Yao Bian Liang. Occasionally, 1 or 2 microblogs with the words Yao Bian Liang appeared, and they were quickly deleted, and no one saw them again. Yao Xingxin is really conscientious. Yao Bian Liang couldn't help sighing. This is because he is determined to suppress her heat, and refuses to give her the slightest chance to stand up. Yao Bian Liang looked at the fans' compliments on Yao Xingxin, and at his pitifully small amount of attention, and felt relieved. Judging from the current situation, she's cool. Just like that, Yao Bian Liang hugged the soft quilt and slowly fell asleep with a bright vision for the future. 10 p.m. For night owls, the nightlife has only just begun. As the entry of number PK number rushed into the trending searches, more and more people noticed this variety show. Feng Xiuan is one of them. As an up-host in the entertainment industry's Toko area, he often pays attention to the entertainment industry's dynamics, and often checks for popular search terms. During the live broadcast, he usually talked about some recent melons, or complained about the latest TV series and variety shows. Hey, the voting for the PK competition of the good drama has started. Feng Xiuan was taken aback when he saw this entry. The action is really fast, and the filming was over in 7 days. The audience in the live broadcast room is also very interested in this. Brother Feng, let's just watch this. Looking forward to the top acting skills of these traffic stars brothers, I'm ready to use my toes to reveal 3 bedrooms and 1 living room. Feng Xiuan naturally wouldn't distract the audience. According to everyone's request, he clicked on the voting list. The lineup of this variety show is good. There are 2 popular little fresh meats, and there are also famous directors to help out. Feng Xiuan randomly selected the TOP1 short film, let's take a look at the top one first. In a minute, the live broadcast room was flooded with all kinds of complaints. Help, is this embarrassing acting serious? In the whole play, I also know that the face of the hero can be seen if you put aside the facts. This drama is still pretty good terrible, even those fans in the comment area can praise this kind of trash skit. After the skit ended, Feng Xiuan couldn't recover for a long time. He watched the short drama with the highest number of votes, and for a moment, he doubted his own appreciation level. Could it be that the way he opened it was wrong? Laughing to death, Brother Feng's expression of doubting life, I give full marks. Brother Feng's expression is exactly the same as my expression now. Subway, Grandpa, looking at your phone, JPG brothers, this should be an isolated case, let's watch other short plays. Feng Xiuan didn't believe in evil, so he clicked into another short play and watched it. 2 minutes later, he couldn't take it anymore and silently chose to quit. This little fresh meat's acting skills are on par with top 1's He Yanning. After watching several short films in succession, Feng Xiuan finally gave up struggling. Well, I have to admit that I overestimated them. Facts have proved that there is no worst acting, only worse. Having been making complaints about the showbiz for so many years, Feng Xiuan originally thought that he was already immune to Xiao Xianrou's acting skills. Unexpectedly, these skits could break through his lower limit again and again. It's so embarrassing, I sincerely recommend them to act in funny movies. Especially He Yanning, I believe he must be very talented in AI funny technology. Feng Xiuan said. To be honest, the performance of these little fresh meats in the TV series is not so embarrassing. I didn't expect that in the short play, the acting skills are so terrifying. Ha ha ha. The production time of the short play is only 7 days, there is not so much time for idols to NG, the acting skills are of course ridiculously poor. There are old dramas and TV dramas, but the short dramas are full of young actors, and they are badly put together, so the effect is naturally terrible. Boldly speaking, among the top 5, only the drama Youth is Sweet with You can be watched +1, although Yao Xingxin's acting skills are very average, but under the background of other people, she has become the queen of the movie. Youth is Sweet with You is really super beautiful, the sweet interaction between the hero and the heroine is really amazing. It's nothing more than an old-fashioned sweet pet drama, but it can be regarded as a very sincere school idol drama. I'm more curious. If the top 5 short dramas in top are so bad, how will the dramas at the bottom be so bad? The content of the barrage discussion was exactly what Feng Xiuan had in mind. Then let's take a look, what is the 10th ranked short play, To Our Youth? With a curiosity-seeking mentality, Feng Xiuan turned the page to the last page, and what came into view was a characteristic stills of the campus scenery. Among a large number of high-definition beautiful photos of the leading actors, such a cover destroyed the formation, but it also instantly attracted everyone's attention. The recommendation is very brief. This is a youthful story about learning, love, and persistence. Seeing this topic, the barrage began to discuss. Hey, this is the same as Youth is Sweet with You, it is also a youth drama. This heroine is called Yao Bianliang, never heard of that. It is rumored that Yao Bianliang is Yao Xingxin's younger sister, I don't know if it is true. Wow, both sisters are acting in youth idol dramas? Is this the rhythm of competing on the same stage? Don't be ridiculous about the previous ones. Yao Bianliang is only 18 lines, even Yao Xingxin can't match a single finger compete on the same stage? I will really put gold on my face. There was a lot of discussion on the bullet screen. Feng Xiuan also took a deep breath. With the foreshadowing of the previous dramas, he was mentally prepared to see bad movies, so he clicked the mouse. Soon, the screen of the skit lit up and began to play. The screen gradually lights up. The sun shines through the leaves, and sprinkles on the green avenue, and the melodious chirping of cicadas in the morning dispels the heat in people's hearts. The narration was mixed with fine white noise, and it came slowly. My name is Zhang Ziazai, an ordinary senior high school student. Today is an ordinary day for me. As the narration fell, the heroine was called to the teacher's office to talk about homework. the heroine looks so ordinary, such good looks, ability to act in youth idol dramas persuades her to quit laughing to death. I predict a wave, and then the scumbag girl will mainly chase after the high cold male god. It's this old routine plot again, I can recite it backwards. Sorry, this appearance and this plot are far worse than Youth is Sweet with You, the barrage began to complain. But soon, as the plot unfolded, these barrages shut up. The female protagonist has no intention of chasing the male protagonist, she is studying hard every day, doing questions and brushing papers. The female supporting roles didn't mean to have a crush on the male lead, and after talking a few words occasionally, they went back to their seats to study. In the not-so-spacious classroom, the sounds of everyone doing questions and flipping through books are everywhere. Where's the leading actor? Looking at it, someone gradually discovered something was wrong. The progress bar has passed for so long, why haven't they fallen in love yet? Don't talk about falling in love, this male lead never appeared after a scene. Is this really a youth school drama? The development of the plot is completely different from what everyone expected. The male protagonist is indeed the school's cool student god, but he and the female protagonist have nothing to do with each other from the beginning to the end. The heroine studies hard not to catch up with the hero, but for her own future, love, and dreams. The person who tutors the heroine's study is not the overbearing hero, but the class teacher and teachers of various subjects. When the heroine was depressed, she did not rely on the comfort and encouragement of the heroine to regain her strength, but relied on her firm will to overcome difficulties one after another. As the skit continued, one picture after another appeared before his eyes. During the morning reading, the students were sleepy and energetic. During the break, the sound of flipping books, collecting homework, and chattering noises made a mess. The holiday homework is always finished on the last night, and the teacher always likes to complain on the podium that the whole building is the most noisy in your class. The role of lens language is fully reflected at this moment. All kinds of beautiful pictures, combined with warm filters and energetic background music, can bring people back to their youth almost instantly and recall those vibrant and good times. At this moment, the audience completely entered the perspective of the protagonist, especially when they heard some lines, the familiar feeling suddenly came to their hearts. Fuck, sleep on the table between classes, the performance here is so real. Hiss, from the sense of oppression that the head teacher is familiar with. I used to be the same as the heroine, I couldn't understand the lessons, I couldn't do the exercises, and I couldn't keep up with the progress of the class, so it kept vicious circle. The heroine's parents are too much, can't they understand the pressure on their daughter? Hey, among the current parents, how many people can understand the child's pain? In their view, you don't need to go to work or make money every day, you just need to study. How easy it is. The heroine is really strong in her heart and has not been crushed by pressure. If I could survive like the heroine back then, that would be great. This drama describes the real difficulties encountered in youth, right? Yeah, in today's youth dramas, the main character breaks up at every turn, sends love letters, and confesses to all the male gods in the school. It makes me numb when I watch it. After repeated setbacks, in the end, the heroine got the admission letter from her favorite school. The cheerful and exciting background music sounded, and the audience at this time had completely entered the perspective of the protagonist. Ah, I finally got the admission notice. The part where the parents apologized to the heroine later made me cry. Well, in real life, some parents will not apologize to their children, they don't think they are at fault at all. Healed, but a little sad. If I had studied harder like the heroine, maybe I could have lived a better life. Students, teachers, parents, studies. Isn't this the various difficulties I encountered in adolescence? It's too real. I'm in tears at the final dinner. The teacher and the students booked 3 tables in a hot pot restaurant, and everyone ate hot pot together. Looking at the bright sunshine outside the window, the heroine's eyes are full of hope and expectation. Her life has unlimited hope and a broad future. The screen slowly dimmed. Finished? Feng Xiuan looked at the screen that was gradually darkening, and he didn't come back to his senses for a long time. At the beginning, he still remembered that he was broadcasting live, making complaints from time to time. But when he saw the back, Feng Xiuan had gradually forgotten that he was making complaints about the live broadcast, and he was immersed in the plot. It seems that saying one more word will destroy this beautiful atmosphere. It wasn't until the screen went dark that he murmured to himself, "Brothers, the quality of this short play is more than one grade higher than other short plays. If the full score is 10, he is willing to give this drama an 8. At least, compared with other short dramas that are unbearable, this drama is well produced." While Feng Xiuan was talking, he planned to exit the playback interface and look at the list of actors and the name of the director. Unexpectedly, at this moment, the screen that was black for 3 seconds came back on again. With a click sound, the picture suddenly changed incandescent lights, office areas, late at night. The heroine who fell asleep on the table was awakened by the sound of documents falling on the floor, and opened her eyes in a daze. She sat up straight, looked at the clock that was pointing to 11 o'clock, and her thoughts finally came back slowly. Feng Xiuan was slightly stunned. Wait! Those plots just now were just the heroine's dream. She dreamed back to her high school days when she worked overtime until late at night. The hot, beautiful, pure, and energetic memory of youth is still vivid in my mind. However, when she woke up from the dream, everything remained the same. Is everyone still working overtime? The boss's voice sounded behind her. Since everyone is still here, let's come to the conference room and let's have a simple meeting. The hostess could only rub her eyes, resisting her drowsiness, and went to the meeting room with her colleagues. The girls who left the campus must face the cruelty and reality of society. Now she is still the same as she was when she was on campus, working hard to stay up all night, but this time, the fruits of her struggle may not belong to her. The beauty and simplicity of campus life, and the social animal life of working every day, formed a strong contrast at this moment, showing everything naked. After the meeting, the heroine finally dragged her tired body back home. She gently turned on the light, and the cozy cabin was welcoming the return of the owner. She put on her slippers and fell down on the soft bed. Holding the pillow in her arms, she tilted her head to look out of the window, with stars reflected in her eyes. Suddenly I miss the old days. In this silent late night, the girl's heart sounded softly. The screen went completely dark. A line of small characters slowly emerged, which was the title of the play. To our youth this time, the skit is truly over. The live broadcast room was silent for a second, and then the bullet screen swiped the screen. Fuck, I admit that I was moved by this short drama. I was actually very moved after seeing the latter part. Obviously this drama didn't have any teardrops, it really resonates. Seeing the heroine is like seeing my own ordinary and beautiful youth, haha. At first I thought the heroine's freckled face was weird, but I didn't expect it to look cuter. One thing to say, this is no more meaningful than some routine sweet pet dramas, this is the truest youth. This play actually touches on a lot of social topics: the generation gap between parents and children, the high-pressure policy of the school, and the incomprehensible pain of youth. I don't understand, Yao Xingxin's routine sweet pet drama can be ranked top 2, why Yao Bianliang's drama can only be at the bottom. Stop talking, I must vote for this show. The next day, early morning. Yao Bianliang woke up from his sleep and opened his eyes in a daze. Last night, she fell asleep with good wishes for the future, and the quality of sleep was very good. After voting last night, our group should be far behind, right? Yao Bianliang muttered to himself. She put on such ugly makeup, and now, many people are probably complaining. If all goes well, she will get 100 billion after the voting closes in 3 days and run away. After a brief wash, Yao Bianliang turned on his phone, ready to check the current vote count. However, the moment the screen turned on, the phone vibrated quickly, and one unread message after another popped up frantically, making people overwhelmed. The vibration was so violent that Yao Bianliang almost dropped the phone. What's going on? Why is the message 99+? When she woke up, there were so many people looking for her. What did she miss? Yao Bianliang blinked in confusion. After receiving so many messages, it can't be because she was scolded on the hot search. Although she must admit that the drama To Our Youth is extremely boring, and as the leading actress, her appearance in the drama is very bad. However, this is not to be scolded so badly. Yao Bianliang took a deep breath, and was about to click on the message to check it out, when a voice message popped up. The news came from her best friend, Yu Yuking. The moment the voice was played, Yao Bianliang could feel her excitement through the screen. Sister Liang, that's great. Heaven knows, To Our Youth has really become popular. As the heroine of a short play, you gained 100,000 followers on Weibo overnight. Believe me, this time you will definitely be able to advance smoothly. Yao Bianliang? Hearing these words, Yao Bianliang was stunned. What the hell, is she on fire? This is impossible. The plot of the short drama is boring, the protagonist's appearance is worrying, there is no traffic, no sailors, how can this become popular? At this moment, Yao Bianliang even suspected that Yu Yuking was joking with him. Yu Yuking, Sister Liang, take a look at the content I forwarded to you. I knew that you, with your good acting skills and good looks, will definitely become popular. Yao Bianliang, okay, I'll go and have a look. With an unbelievable mood, Yao Bianliang hung up the call heavily. No, there must be something wrong. She took a deep breath, thought about it, and clicked on the official website of Good Drama PK Competition. Her fingers were used to scrolling down the page, but when she saw the familiar title of the play, she stopped. This show actually rushed to top 6. Yao Bianliang's eyes widened suddenly. You know, all members of their show are on the 18th line, and there are no fans to vote for them. In other words, these votes are not piled up with money, but the actual number of people. Calculated in this way, it can be ranked in top 6, such a result is already quite scary. Moreover, the number of votes is still rising, and there is a faint tendency to rush to the top 3 of the top. Yao Bianliang clicked on the skit, and the video played automatically. She read the content of the comment area at a glance. Hey, if I could work as hard as the heroine back then, maybe I wouldn't have any regrets. Whoa, I finally got the admission notice. It's not easy in this world. How can there be so many people falling in love with gods and goddesses? Most of them are just ordinary people. Thank you, director. Thank you, actors of this drama. This is the youth in my mind. Thank you for capturing the youth of ordinary people. Below these short comments, there are occasionally a few long comments mixed in. These people gave detailed explanations from the short play's conception, shooting techniques, and expression forms to the actors' acting skills and performance details. Anyway, to sum it up in one sentence, this is an excellent short play that is well produced, full of sincerity, and can arouse resonance and reflection. Yao Bianliang looked dumbfounded. No, what do you mean? Isn't this supposed to be a short play that is boring and has no selling point? Yao Bianliang felt that the knowledge in his head was useless. Before she participated in this drama, everyone told her that there would be no market for this kind of school drama that does not fall in love, and it would definitely hit the street. She believed it, so she acted as the heroine. And the show took off. There is something wrong. Yao Bianliang browsed the comment area for a long time, and finally found some discussions about love elements. After watching the show, it's pretty good, but where is the hero? Male lead? Is there a male lead in this show? Tisk, I've noticed that bullying male from the very beginning, and thought that this male protagonist is my favorite. As a result, until the end of the skit, he never appeared again. At this time, the plot just progressed until the admission notice was received. The bullet screen quickly passed by, and a few viewers were asking about the hero's situation. More audiences sent congratulatory messages to the heroine. Immediately after, a notice board with the words "Excellent Student List" flashed away. Sisters, come out! The hero is out on the list of outstanding students admitted to the 985 university. There is the male lead's name. Woohoo! I didn't expect the male lead to have a part in the show. I'm so touched the male protagonist can actually appear at the end, and even has a name. Everyone, hit the tears on the public screen. Ha 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 ha, are the sisters in front trying to laugh at me to death? I just like this kind of plot. Why does the campus heroine have to fall in love? My Liang is so unique and beautiful. Yao Bian Liang. Good guy, it's fine for these people to praise this show, why should they praise her as the heroine? Moreover, looking at this posture, this 18th line little transparent, actually has fans. Under this comment, everyone is ha ha ha. But Yao Bian Liang couldn't laugh at all, she almost cried. Oops, this is really bad. Yao Bian Liang took a deep breath, and logged into his large Weibo with the last hope. After the phone jingled for a while, she finally got on board. The situation that caught her eyes made her eyes go black. 180,000 followers on Weibo. Moreover, this number is still rising rapidly. Yao Bian Liang doubted that at this rate, she would not only pass the primary election smoothly, but also squeeze into the top of the personal voting list. She scrolled down her Weibo. Her latest Weibo post is a still photo of her wearing dark glasses, freckles, and a rigid pixie cut. The originally super high appearance has become ordinary after this dress up. Yao Bian Liang liked this still photo so much that he even used it as his Weibo avatar. Unexpectedly, up to now, netizens have expressed their love for this photo. Haha, little freckles are really cute. Is this the actress who plays Zhang Ziazai? Her name is Yao Bian Liang, which sounds pretty nice. Coming. I am impressed by my sister's acting skills, she is really strong. In all fairness, this kind of appearance is indeed very ordinary, but with the blessing of the character's charm, I fell in love with it instantly. This drama is about the youth of ordinary people. If the protagonist is too beautiful, it will not meet the original intention. The appearance of Yao Bian Liang can be said to be just right. Not only that, Yao Bian Liang also saw a few people calling her wife. Yao Bian Liang. It's outrageous. Just before she fell asleep last night, everything was still so normal. As a result, when he woke up, the situation completely changed. Their group has no money for promotion, let alone drainage. Yao Bian Liang would not believe that all these people are from tap water. She followed the IDs of these people, checked their follow lists, and finally found the original Weibo. Brother Feng said film and television. So, our group was flopped by the Big V. Yao Bian Liang finally understood what was going on. Last night, this host named Brother Feng was broadcasting live, and happened to watch their group's short play. The response in the live broadcast room was enthusiastic. After that, many people spontaneously voted and promoted for their group, which made the short drama more popular. Now, more and more people have seen the short plays of their group, forming a virtuous circle, and the short plays naturally exploded. Yao Bian Liang twitched the corners of his mouth, a little speechless. Well done, a big up master. Why did they live broadcast the short drama made by their 18th line group? This is all right, the skit is on fire. As the heroine of the short play, she naturally became popular. However, having said that, even without this big up recommendation, it will only be a matter of time before this short drama becomes popular. Yao Bian Liang muttered to himself. After the initial shock, she also figured it out. The recommendation of Up Master Feng Jie only accelerated the process of the short drama becoming popular, but did not play a decisive role. The reason why the short play can resonate with tens of millions of viewers is still relying on its own strength, rather than the words of a certain Up owner. Thinking of this, Yao Bian Liang couldn't figure it out even more. It shouldn't be. Since the audience thinks that this drama is well produced and its quality beats other short dramas, why didn't it become popular in the original novel? She remembers clearly that at this time, Yao Xingxin's Youth is Sweet with You should be the most popular on the internet at this time, not To Our Youth. After this battle, director Cheng Liaohui was even eliminated. But now, not only has Cheng Liaohui not been eliminated, but he has turned himself over in one fell swoop with this drama, from a small director who no one cares about to a hot rookie. Something's wrong, I must have missed some variable. Yao Bianliang thought about it, but couldn't figure it out, so he simply opened the chat interface with Cheng Liaohui. Among her 99 plus unread messages, many are from Cheng Liaohui, all talking about the explosion of the new drama. Yao Bianliang skipped the previous news, and directly typed to inquire. Brother Hui, I have a question I've been wanting to ask you for a long time. What would you have done if I hadn't joined your team? After the message was sent, Yao Bianliang did not expect Cheng Liaohui to reply immediately. After all, the popularity of the new drama is on the rise. As the director of this drama, Cheng Liaohui must have received more congratulations than her. It's just that Cheng Liaohui replied to her as soon as the news was sent out. Cheng Liaohui, you're finally willing to read the news. Our new drama is popular, and it's really thanks to your joining. Thank you, Liang. Seeing Cheng Liaohui's reply in seconds, Yao Bianliang reasonably suspected that this person was waiting for news from her. Cheng Liaohui continued, if you hadn't joined my team at the beginning, I think, I would probably revise the script. Yao Bianliang was slightly startled, what? Modify the script? That's right, Cheng Liaohui did say this when the two first met. Cheng Liaohui, to our youth doesn't fit the mainstream market. Moreover, the leading actors need to wear ugly makeup. No contestant is willing to act in it at all. To be honest, before you contacted me, I already wanted to give up. I plan to increase the role of the male protagonist and change the script into a sweet campus drama. Speaking of this, Cheng Liaohui also felt a lot of emotion. If you hadn't joined, To Our Youth might have changed beyond recognition, and in the end, it would have become a popular youth drama. Yao Bianliang. It turned out that the problem was here. At this moment, Yao Bianliang finally figured it out. Without her, Cheng Liaohui would most likely change the main line of the script. These changes completely violated the original intention of the director, and the effect of the shooting will definitely not be good. So in the end, To Our Youth didn't make any splashes, and Cheng Liaohui was sadly out. So in the end, I still have to rely on me. Yao Bianliang wanted to cry but had no tears. In order to cool down, she joined the number 10 group. As a result, the number 10 group became popular because of her joining. What is this all about? Yao Bianliang choked speechlessly, staring blankly at Cheng Liaohui's words of thanks to him. He was in a bad mood. She was really blind at the beginning to think that Cheng Liaohui was a love director in a dream. Where is this guy out of his mind? He is clearly a genius. Oh, forget it. Yao Bianliang leaned on the back of the chair resignedly. It seems that this time, her heat is unlikely to cool down. She must now find a way to minimize the impact as much as possible. What did you say? Yao Bianliang's heat can't be suppressed anymore. When Yao Xingxin heard the news, she was shocked. She had just finished filming the announcement and returned home, ready to enjoy a short leisure time. Suddenly receiving a call from the assistant, Yao Xingxin frowned slightly, subconsciously not believing it. Sister Xin, after our reasoning during this period of time, the relationship between you and Yao Bianliang has not been exposed, it has only spread in a small area for a while. The assistant sighed. However, the popularity of Yao Bianliang, I really can't hold back. Yao Bianliang is only in 18line drama, and the drama produced by the 10th group is a bad drama, Yao Xingxin said, it's just to suppress the heat. What's the problem with such a trivial matter? The assistant looked embarrassed, hesitating. Sister Xin, you may not know something. The skit in Group 10 has already exploded. Yao Xingxin's face froze for a few seconds, and she doubted, it exploded? What are you kidding? In Yao Xingxin's impression, To Our Youth is a small sticky drama with all 18 lines. No marketing, no promotion, and no good plot. How could this explode? The assistant sighed, Sister Xin, not only is this show a hit, but it's also overwhelmed us. Right now, this matter is being discussed on the internet, and some people even put To Our Youth and Youth is Sweet with You together for comparison. Yao Xingxin opened the official website of the program group with an ugly face, only to find that the 10th group has already squeezed into the top 5 of the top. According to this increase, it is only a matter of time before they want to surpass Yao Xingxin's group. Not only that, Yao Bianliang also relied on the popularity of this drama, soared into the sky, and completely got rid of the identity of the 18th line Little Transparent. On the other hand, Youth is Sweet with You she starred in, but it became a foil. To Our Youth must be awarded 5 stars. From director, script to actors, everything is excellent. Laughing to death, the brainless sweet pet drama Youth is Sweet with You is actually ranked in the top 3 of top. The number of votes for Yao Xingxin's drama was all collected by fans. The real quality is worrying. I've wanted to complain about Youth is Sweet with You for a long time. The plot is old-fashioned, and the leading actors' acting skills are not good enough, but there are still many people who like it, and they are crazy about CP in the drama. It's also a youth school drama, one sticks to the stereotypes, collects money to attract fans, and only eats sugar, the other dares to innovate, is well produced and has a high intention. Which is higher and which is lower? Needless to say, Yao Xingxin looked at these comments, pinching the phone with her fingers a little hard, and her fingertips turned white. No. How is this possible? She joined director Yuan's team and starred in The Heroine after a lot of hard work and many choices. As for Cheng Liaohui's 18th line director's script, she rejected it without even reading it. Just yesterday, she still laughed at Yao Bianliang from the bottom of her heart, and found a team that no one else wanted. As a result, today, the 18th dear young director has become a rookie, and the short play has also exploded. What scares Yao Xingxin even more is that the youth campus drama he participated in, from the acting skills of the leading role, the concept of the script to the language of the camera, and the way of expression, were all beaten by To Our Youth. Due to the same subject matter, it is unavoidable to compare the two dramas together. For Yao Xingxin, it is not an exaggeration to say that this is a public execution. Looking at the comments on the internet, Yao Xingxin felt regretful. If she had known that this drama would be popular, she should have agreed to Cheng Liaohui's invitation. With her qualifications, if she is willing to act as the heroine of To Our Youth, there is no such thing as Yao Bianliang. Sister Xin, what should we do now? The assistant muttered in a low voice. Director Yuan bought Shuahun and Hot Search, but they don't work at all. After all, To Our Youth is indeed of excellent quality, and no matter how many sailors they buy, they can't cover up this fact. Yao Xingxin rubbed the center of her brows with a headache. What about Mu Dozai, the number 1 male, doesn't he have many fans? Mu Dozai's fans went around adoring this show, and it was disgusted by many passers-by. The assistant said helplessly, originally our show was pretty good, but because of the obvious contrast with To Our Youth, everyone regarded it as it's a brainless sweet pet drama. The assistant paused, and continued, not only that, Mu Dozai's acting skills have been criticized by many people, even Sister Xin. Yao Xingxin laughed angrily, only 2 days ago, everyone praised me for my good acting skills. How long has it been? And it changed immediately. The assistant said weakly, Sister Xin, your acting skills are indeed top-notch among these traffic stars. But if you compare it with Yao Bianliang, it's just not far off. The assistant didn't say the second half of the sentence, but everyone knew what it meant. Yao Xingxin only felt her temples throbbing. Yao Bianliang, Yao Bianliang, Yao Bianliang again. Why is this person always haunted? Xingxin, what's the matter, has something happened? A gentle female voice sounded outside the bedroom door. Yao Xingxin came back to her senses, and found Yao's mother standing at the door. Yao Xingxin looked at Yao's mother with concern. and added a bit of grievance to her anger. She hung up the call with the assistant, got up and walked over. Mom, I told you last time that Yao Bianliang also participated in the variety show Good Drama PK competition. Unexpectedly, her show is now popular, and it has completely suppressed the popularity of my show. Hearing the name Yao Bianliang, Yao's mother subconsciously frowned. From the day Yao Bianliang moved out of Yao's house, Yao's mother never paid attention to her news again, just pretending that she never had this daughter. Now, hearing this name again, Yao's mother only felt a little strange in the familiar. What's going on? Yao's mother didn't believe it. She wants to act but doesn't have acting skills, and she wants to have emotional intelligence but not emotional intelligence. How could she overshadow your limelight? Yao Xingxin pursed her lips. She originally wanted to say that Yao Bianliang seemed to be a different person, and his acting skills suddenly improved. Not only that, but she also acted in a good script. However, Yao Xingxin suddenly didn't dare to say that when she met Yao's mother's suspicious gaze. No, you can't let the other party know the truth. Yao Xingxin finally said, Yao Bianliang was very lucky this time. The show was suddenly flopped by the Big V, and then it became popular for no reason. Furthermore, the drama she acted in has the same theme as mine. They are both youth dramas, and they were compared by netizens. Now, my online reviews are not good. People always believe what they want to believe. In Yao's mother's impression, Yao Bianliang is a waste, so naturally she doesn't believe that she can really become popular. Looking at Yao Xingxin's pitiful appearance with tightly pursed lips, Yao's mother felt very distressed. You acted in a youth idol drama, and she also acted in a youth idol drama. This is clearly against you on purpose. Mother Yao said bitterly. It was like this in Yao's house. Yao Bianliang did not deal with Yao Xingxin everywhere, and would grab everything. Now, Yao Bianliang has left Yao's house, but he didn't expect to confront Xingxin. Yao Bianliang did this probably because he held a grudge against them and was jealous of Yao Xingxin being the only daughter of the Yao family. Mom, there are a lot of comments on the internet that criticize me. They all say that I am not as good as Yao Bianliang. Yao Xingxin was very sad. Yao's mother was dissatisfied. How could you not be as cool as Yao Bian? Those netizens are really talking nonsense with their eyes open. In Yao's mother's view, Yao Bianliang was just lucky this time. He found a good team by mistake, and was lucky to be flopped by the Big V, which made him popular. As for whether she will be better than Yao Xingxin, according to Yao's mother's understanding of Yao Bianliang, this is simply impossible. Xingxin, don't worry. Mother Yao patted Yao Xingxin's shoulder reassuringly. She was lucky this time, but she can't be lucky every time. With her ability, it's impossible for her to continue to be popular. As Yao's mother said, an imperceptible sternness flashed in her eyes. Also, I will contact the program team and ask them to arrange it. Yao Xingxin was secretly happy. Mom, what do you mean? Yao's mother, if the program team wants to target a player, there are some ways to operate in the dark. The Yao family also invested in Good Drama PK competition, and the program team would naturally not refuse such a small request. As for what Yao Bianliang would do after being unfairly treated and eliminated from the competition, it was not within the scope of Yao's mother's consideration. She just wants to get rid of this dog skin plaster now, so that the other party will stop pestering her, let alone cause trouble for Yao Xingxin. Don't worry, I will definitely let her be eliminated in this rematch. Yao's mother pampered Yao Xingxin's hair. I will definitely not let her interfere with your stardom. Yao Bianliang naturally noticed the ups and downs on the internet. Every time I open Weibo and see that my fans have gained a lot, it is a torture for Yao Bianliang. Why do so many people fall for me? Yao Bianliang was about to cry. According to the original plan, she should have been eliminated in the preliminary round, and then took the system bonus and flew away, lying flat like a salted fish. But now, if this trend continues, not only will she not be able to get the bonus, but she will also be forced to continue participating in the rematch. You must know that the rematch situation of Good Drama PK tournament will only be stricter than the primary election. All contestants need to conduct closed shooting. During this period, they have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at 12 o'clock in the evening. More importantly, they are not allowed to play with their mobile phones. This is really too painful for people like Yao Bianliang who bow their heads. She can no longer follow dramas, read novels, watch short videos, or surf the internet. She can only film movies with her teammates every day and live a miserable life isolated from the world. Please, don't let the heat go up. Looking at the ever-increasing number of votes, Yao Bianliang became more and more melancholy. What made her even more desperate was that the upmaster of the 10th group of the flop refused to give up, and even posted a special video comparing the two youth school dramas. Brother Feng said about film and television to our youth vs Youth is Sweet With You, it's also a school drama for youth, why is it so different? In the video, Brother Feng put on his cropped hair and smiled kindly, today, I want to have an in-depth chat with you about the two youth dramas that are currently hotly discussed. In the two dramas, the acting skills of the actors, the concept of the work, and the language of the camera are all very different. Everyone has already discussed these topics. So, this time I'm going to discuss something else. Feng Xiuan paused, and continued, the current youth school dramas are full of all kinds of puppy love, secret love, and sadomasochistic love. In short, there is no escape from the word love. For example, in the drama Youth is Sweet With You, the scumbag heroine has a crush on the high-cold male god. In order to catch up with the male god, she studied hard, and finally got admitted to the ideal university, and the two finally got married. Such a plot has long become the mainstream of youth dramas today. But I want to ask, can this really stand up to scrutiny? Why should the female protagonist study hard to catch up with the male protagonist's footsteps, and not for her own ideals? Why does the female protagonist have to rely on the male protagonist's guidance instead of her own efforts to get into university? Why does the heroine have to rely on the hero to protect her when encountering difficulties, instead of relying on her own perseverance? This kind of plot has no effect other than making some viewers call it so sweet. Feng Xiuan's words were resounding. Personally, I think it's not a good sign that school dramas like Youth is Sweet With You have taken over the entire market. At the moment, positive, uplifting, resonant and reflective high-quality dramas like To Our Youth are what we need more. Damn it, the upkill is crazy too brave, Brother Feng almost spoke my heart. Oh, who would have thought of that? The long-awaited Youth is Sweet With You hit the street, and To Our Youth, which the public is not optimistic about, has become popular. The former is an assembly line product of capital, traffic stars, craving CP and making money, without paying attention to it at all. The latter is a real high-quality work, full of sincerity, and deserves to be popular. Yao Bianliang. She deserved it. She really shouldn't have taken a fancy to this high-quality work full of sincerity. If you use an emoji to describe Yao Bianliang's current mood, it would be regret. Very regret. I saw Feng Xiuan cleared his throat, and continued, besides that, I want to talk about the leading actor's acting skills. It is rumored on the internet that Yao Bianliang and Yao Xingxin are relatives. We don't know whether it is true or not. But what is certain is that Yao Bianliang's acting skills can completely beat 99% of the contestants in variety shows, including Yao Xingxin. Regarding the topic of acting skills, just as Feng Xiuan said something, Yao Bianliang's heart sank. No way, he won't praise her, will he? Exaggeration is enough. Why are you praising her as an actress? The video screen changed, and Feng Xiuan posted a comparison chart of their acting skills. For example, in the same crying scene, Yao Bianliang's eyes were red from crying, and people could feel her despair at once. On the other hand, Yao Xingxin, I can only say, your eye drops are dripping very well. Ha ha ha, I laughed so hard. Eye drops are okay, so this actor is called Yao Bianliang? Her crying scene is really great, it makes people feel worried when watching it. Holy shit, I fell into the trap only after seeing this crying animation. I have to say, this actor's acting skills are really good. I didn't think there was anything at first. After such a comparison of Up, Yao Xingxin's crying scene is really good. Laughing, Yao Xingxin's fans are still flattering her sister in various ways, thinking that this is a fairy acting. Feng Xiuan continued to give a few more examples. For another example, Yao Bianliang didn't immediately laugh when she heard the good news, but the moment she raised her eyes, the burst of surprise was empathetic. And, no matter how tense the situation is, Yao Bianliang's lines are very clear and the rhythm is very good. As for the little fresh meat Mu Dozai who is acting with Yao Xingxin, sorry, I don't even bother to comment on his acting skills. It's terrible. With such acting skills, I really don't know where he got the courage to be an actor. If I were to give Yao Bianliang's acting skills a 9.9, then Mu Dozai's acting skills would only get a 1. Yao Bianliang. Big brother, shut up. Do not talk. After Feng Xiuan complained about his acting skills, he changed the topic and continued, of course, in all fairness, To Our Youth is not perfect, and it also has some small shortcomings. However, I am still willing to strongly support this drama. Not for anything else, but because this drama is not a product of the Capital Assembly line, just for the market of our country. There is finally a youth school drama with a new theme. I sincerely hope that the drama To Our Youth will be voted top 1. I also hope that an actor with excellent acting skills like Yao Bianliang can go further and further in good drama PK competition as well as those traffic stars who are popularized by Capital. After listening to Feng Xiuan's comments, Yao Bianliang was in a bad mood. Did this Feng Xiuan have a grudge against her in his previous life? It's fine to praise the short play, but now she actually praised her as the lead actor. Not only that, he also wished her to go further and further in variety shows. This is to make her feel better. Yao Bianliang scrolled down the comment section, and her name really appeared in the hot comments. Up praises Yao Bianliang so much, could it be that he took her money? Dog head below is Feng Xiuan's reply. Collect money? I am willing to pay any money. To be honest, her acting skills really moved me. Now, I'm already half of her fan. After Feng Xiuan finished speaking, he still felt that it was not enough, so he added a sentence. By the way, if Yao Bianliang sees this video, can you give me a cross correlation? Or just like it, look forward to it. JPG Yao Bianliang. Looking at the comments in the comment area, such as Up is also chasing stars, I'm also a fan of Yao Bianliang, etc. Yao Bianliang gritted his teeth with hatred. Fans, right? Do you know that your true master is going to be mad at you to death? On this day, the sun was shining brightly, with no clouds in the sky. Yao Bianliang's mood is really cool. She took a deep breath and opened Weibo. Sure enough, my private messages and comments have already reached 999 plus. Among them, Yao Bianliang saw a lot of familiar IDs. There is no doubt that these people followed Feng Xiuan's video. I found it from Brother Feng's Amway video. I really like your role Liang. Do you have a fan base? I am a new fan honey, I voted for you 10 times today. Praise me, I don't chase stars, but I was moved by your acting skills, so I went to vote for you twice. Thank you Yao Bianliang. Looking at these private messages, Yao Bianliang felt that his hypertension for many years would be cured by them. Everyone has no grievances, why did you come here to vote for her? She is already in such a difficult situation, why not let her go? Among the many private letters, Yao Bianliang also saw the news of Cheng Liaohui. Liang, the reporter from Fruit Channel wanted to do a column interview about To Our Youth. I recommended you to them. Would you like to try it? Right now, everyone is discussing the content of the skit, and they don't pay much attention to you. If you have personal interviews and publicity, your popularity should increase a lot. The column interview on Fruit TV is an extremely rare and precious opportunity for newcomers. However, as far as Yao Bianliang knows, Fruit Channel generally interviews directors, screenwriters, and authors, and rarely interviews stars. If it wasn't for Cheng Liaohui's recommendation this time, Fruit TV wouldn't have thought of interviewing her as an actor. No, I can't sit still and wait for death. Yao Bianliang took a deep breath, trying to calm down. Novice tasks are destined to end in failure, and what she is worried about now is that it will be difficult for her to complete the next system tasks. This time, she was unlucky and became popular, so she recognized it. However, you can't continue to be popular next time, right? Therefore, she absolutely cannot accept this interview. Not only that, but she had to encourage Cheng Liaohui to participate in more such activities. The variety show has been going on until now, and the main topics on the internet are almost all discussing to our youth and youth is sweet with you. As the director, Cheng Liaohui attracted most of the firepower for her. For Yao Bianliang, this can be described as a blessing in misfortune. As long as it's the drama that gets popular instead of the actors, then I can still be saved. This is the only way Yao Bianliang can think of at the moment. These days, it is not uncommon for dramas to be popular but actors not. The best result is to let everyone focus on to our youth, and no one pays attention to her as the lead actor. Thinking of this, Yao Bianliang opened the chat box and replied Cheng Liaohui's message. Thank you Brother Hui, please turn down the reporter from Fruit Channel for me, I don't want to accept any interviews. She thought for a while, and added, the success of To Our Youth basically depends on you, and I played a very small role. So, you should go for an interview. This is Yao Bianliang's basic policy for himself. First, she wants to disassociate herself from the show To Our Youth, refrain from participating in any related interviews, activities, or variety shows, and try her best to fade out of the public eye. Second, encourage other team members to participate in more interviews. Especially Cheng Liaohui, as a director, he should attract the attention of most of the audience. In addition, the relationship between her and Yao Xingxin has to be used. Yao Bianliang believes that with their relationship as plastic sisters, Yao Xingxin should be happy to suppress her. Cheng Liaohui quickly replied to her, "What are you and I doing so politely? Without you, this film would never have been made, and it would be even more impossible for me to achieve what I am today. You don't have to refuse, I sincerely hope to thank you." Yao Bianliang. No bro, don't do that. I am afraid. Yao Bianliang simply said to death, I'm not being polite to you, I'm just not interested in the interview. Brother Hui, I'm an actor and I just want to focus on acting. I don't want to waste energy on marketing, and I'm not interested in traffic and popularity. Now that it's all said and done, it's impossible for Cheng Liaohui to continue to misunderstand, right? Yao Bianliang thought about it, and sent a firm fist emoticon. On the other end of the phone, Cheng Liaohui looked at the news from Yao Bianliang, slightly dazed. Focus on acting, not marketing? He originally thought that Yao Bianliang would be very happy after learning about the interview invitation. But he didn't expect that the other party didn't care about this precious opportunity at all. Stars participating in variety shows, who doesn't want to become popular overnight and soar into the sky? For an opportunity, a spot, they would even fight to the death, just to make themselves more popular. However, Yao Bianliang is completely different. In this era when traffic is king, she doesn't care whether she is popular or not, or whether she has fans. From the beginning to the end, all she cared about was the works she performed. What a firm mind, what a strong self-control this must be. Cheng Liaohui asked himself, if he was in a different position, he would never be as calm as Yao Bianliang. It turns out that in this world, there are really people who don't seek fame and wealth, but only follow their heart. Yao Bianliang continued to send messages, Brother Hui, I don't need your thanks. I chose to join Team 10 because I admired your talent and liked the script. You don't need to be burdened by it. Looking at these words, Cheng Liaohui was full of thoughts. That's right, if Yao Bianliang really cared about fame and fortune in the entertainment circle, then she would never have chosen to join the 10th group. It is even more unlikely that he will meet her. It is precisely because she doesn't care about traffic and only cares about the work that she joined the 10th group that no one is optimistic about, and she is willing to put on ugly makeup, just to interpret the work to our youth. Yao Bianliang said that she didn't need his thanks. But if he really did nothing and let her be ignored by the public and take all the credit for himself, what is the difference between being ungrateful? Cheng Liaohui couldn't do this no matter what. In the blink of an eye, he had already made up his mind. Okay, I see, he said, since you don't want to be interviewed, let me do the interview. Yao Bianliang didn't want to waste time on marketing and publicity, so he mentioned her more during the interview. At least let the public know how much Yao Bianliang has contributed to our youth. Yao Bianliang didn't know what Cheng Liaohui was thinking. After seeing his reply, she only felt very satisfied. Yes, the lad is very good. Cheng Liaohui had to show his face more and publicize more, so that the public could forget about her as the lead actor. After discussing with Cheng Liaohui, Yao Bianliang opened the chat dialogue with Yao Xingxin. Yao Bianliang, sister, are you there? Yao Bianliang's idea is actually very simple. According to the regulations of the system, she cannot make false marketing or intentionally blackmail herself. However, if someone else poured dirty water on her and exposed her black material, then it's not her fault, right? Therefore, Yao Bianliang needs to find a strong helper to help him complete the task of becoming cool. There is no doubt that Yao Xingxin is the best choice. There are still 2 days before the start of the rematch of Good Drama PK tournament. Even if Yao Xingxin can't make her eliminated in the primary election, it should be a huge help for her in the semifinals. Yao Bianliang was thinking silently, while continuing to send messages to Yao Xingxin. You said last time that if you want me to be eliminated in the primary election, this promise should still count, right? Now, my number of votes is getting higher and higher, and I am about to become popular. When will your suppression be effective? Your Yao family has a big business, it shouldn't be difficult to increase the pressure on me. Yao Bianliang's words were sincere and came from the heart. She had to admit that at the beginning, Yao Xingxin's series of suppressive behaviors did have a significant effect. But as to our youth became popular, Yao Xingxin's suppression became weaker and weaker, and now, the strength of this suppression can even be ignored. Yao Bianliang was really worried for Yao Xingxin. If the system didn't allow it, she really wanted to go to Yao Xingxin in person and teach her how to hack herself. How easy it is to cool down a powerless starlet. Why didn't Yao Xingxin be more proactive? Sister, stop watching, you have to act quickly. If this continues, I will really get angry. At that time, if you want to suppress me and block me, it will only become more and more difficult. On the other side, Yao Xingxin, whom Yao Bianliang placed high hopes on, returned to the bedroom exhausted physically and mentally. The Youth is Sweet with You she filmed was a complete hit. To Our Youth is being discussed all over the internet, and every time there is a discussion, she will be pulled out for comparison. This caused her originally good reputation to suddenly become precarious. What makes Yao Xingxin feel even worse is that Yao Bianliang is no longer what he used to be, and he is no longer the 18line little transparent who is at her disposal. She bought the navy and the circular, but she just couldn't suppress Yao Bianliang's popularity. This made her feel very powerless. It's disgusting. Yao Xingxin pursed her lips, feeling very bad. Fortunately, Yao's mother had already told the program team that they would assign Yao Bianliang the strongest opponent and the worst script, so that she would be eliminated in the rematch. Every time Yao Xingxin thinks of this, she feels better. I don't know when the program team will give feedback. Yao Xingxin couldn't wait to see Yao Bianliang's pale and unbelievable face after being assigned the worst script. While thinking, she turned on her phone. Unexpectedly, as soon as the phone was unlocked, Several unread messages popped up, and upon closer inspection, they were all from Yao Bianliang. Why did Yao Bianliang send her a message? Yao Xingxin sat up straight and cautiously opened the chat box. The information that came into view made her eyes go dark. Yao Xingxin, didn't you say you were going to suppress me and let me be eliminated in the primary election? Now, I'm getting more and more popular, but where is your suppression? With the backing of the Yao family, it should be easy to suppress me, a powerless little star. Don't tell me, you can't even do this well. Yao Xingxin. Is Yao Bianliang acting weird? It's definitely yin and yang. Across the screen, Yao Xingxin seemed to be able to see Yao Bianliang's proud and arrogant face. It is tolerable, what is unbearable?